All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Backlog. This is our podcast. My name is Malachi. I'm one of your co-hosts, and this is
Kel, the other one of your co-hosts.
All right, so today we are going to be starting episode 1 of our podcast. This is Origins, Humble Beginnings.
The
indeed.
humblest of beginnings.
Yeah.
In the back rooms themselves, actually.
Yeah, if you don't notice, our background is questionable.
We actually tracked down Kane Parsons, and we basically got him to get us into the back rooms.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I can hear something coming, so we kind of don't have a lot of time, guys.
Yeah, I actually don't know where I am right now. But that's okay. Anyway, so a fun fact about me is I'm addicted to Escape from Tarkov. Recovering addict. Not recovering, though.
He's
I
not
played
recovering
that shit,
in the slightest.
Before I hopped on. Anyway.
He actually tried to stab me when I tried to stop him.
Yeah, so EFT addict for sure. Big gamer, big movie watcher. Watch a lot of shows. I love all that stuff, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm also a lot of those things, plus anime. And as far as games go, we got some common ground. We also got some unique stuff. I'm a huge story guy. I'm the type of guy it's funny, we're kind of opposites in this respect. I'm the kind of guy who I will pick up a story game and I'll be done with it before I know. I'm every time something happens, it's I need to know what happens next. And then before you know it, they're all "Are you sure you want to go on? You can't go back from this point." And I'm dang, I'm at the final boss.
Yeah. That might be the worst. We're gonna talk about that actually. I think later we'll talk about that. That's the worst thing in games.
I love that.
It stops me from beating games. Generally.
Yeah, you got a problem.
I have an issue. I can't finish games.
I think you have several personality deficits around this.
Yeah.
You're addicted to Tarkov. I don't know what that's about. Cannot finish a game.
Yeah. I can't, bro.
This man's a deadbeat gamer. How are you a deadbeat gamer?
Hey, bro, it's a thing, bro. It's the feeling of the finalness.
Yeah, you got a fear of commitment.
The permanence. The permanence of beating a game is something that I feel like I struggle with. Anyway. I
think I just have too little impulse inhibition, so I just go anyway.
Yeah.
And then it's over before I know it.
That's valid.
Satisfying though.
That's valid. I got you. So what have you been playing lately?
Oh yeah, so lately been playing and watching a bunch of things really. As far as playing stuff goes, first one that came to mind was this fun little action roguelike called Morbid Metal. I like it. I like the aesthetic of it. I enjoy the gameplay. Kind of reminds me a little bit of some almost Platinum Games-esque kind of combat, like Nier Automata. A little bit. Well, I want to say this one, but I haven't played too many of their games. I know I fear it's gonna light people up, but Devil May Cry. I know I haven't played a lot of them. I think they're really cool. I plan to play through the whole series. That's kind of why I'm delayed. I'm actually on the very first game, but kind of reminds me of that because you're switching between characters to kind of facilitate your different combos, and it's kind of cool. Another big one I've been playing through. I've been replaying the entire Xenoblade Chronicles series. That series is very dear to my heart. Got put onto it watching a Let's Play from Chugga Conroy. Shout out Chugga Conroy from 3rd grade. And yeah, eventually I actually got the games for myself, played through them, had a blast. I'm doing it again, having a blast still. Like I said, I love story games, so I like to look back at things, games, movies, whatever, and see the kind of story all over again and be oh, I see that now, or maybe even reconsider some things. And speaking of that, I'm gonna jump out of games here for a second. Some movies. So I've recently seen both The Backrooms and Obsession twice. I like The Backrooms. I think people are giving it a lot of flack that it doesn't deserve because they're kind of thinking about all the Backrooms games and all the stuff online, which is fun. I love those games. But the movie was kind of not supposed to be that. I mean, first of all, it's just, I don't think the way the games are set up would make for a good movie, in all honesty.
Do you think if they would have set it up as the games are, or with the online lore, do you think it would have been a better film?
Honestly, not really. I think
if people got what they wanted, you think it would have been a better film?
Especially not how people wanted it.
Yeah.
It kind of would have wound up like the Mario movies. The first one I actually kind of like.
I haven't seen the new one. Is it worth seeing? I was gonna say.
Not really. It's 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 like the Minecraft movie where you point and you go, that's the thing from the game I played, and that's cool and all.
I didn't watch the Minecraft movie either.
I didn't either.
Okay.
I'm LARPing that one, but but in fairness, I don't think I'm missing anything.
Okay, yes,
it seems like the sentiment that we didn't miss anything.
I feel like we've been getting a lot of slop lately.
Yes, just a lot of point at the screen. I know that.
Yeah. Like nostalgia slop.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think No Way Home kicked it off, which wasn't nostalgia slop.
Yeah,
I will say that
I
was
think
actually good
that
nostalgia,
was
in my
some
opinion.
good. I think that was some.
That movie gets
nostalgia.
more hate than I think it deserves. I'm not.
I
Gonna
agree.
Lie.
Like, yeah, it wasn't perfect,
Yeah.
but come on, that
Yeah.
movie was good. It wasn't
Yeah.
a bad
It
movie.
was good. It was.
But let's not pretend
yes,
we weren't
yes.
all there in
Yes.
theaters.
That shit
like,
was banging.
about to
I
cry,
can't lie, it was banging, bro.
jumping out of our seats,
That was
man.
hitting, bro.
All that.
Andrew Garfield walked down screen and I was geeking, bro. I can't lie.
No,
My favorite
seriously.
Spider-Man, by the way. Unapologetic. I don't care. I don't care what anybody says, bro. He's my favorite. I don't care. I don't care. Anyway, go ahead.
Honestly, I can very much respect that take. It's definitely either him or Tom. Toby's stuff was part of my childhood, and I love it. But come on, like look me in the eyes, man. Like that was kind of strange. It was kind of strange. Like he is being Peter Parker.
Yeah.
But I can't say he's necessarily doing it better than the other guys are.
What's the worst Spider-Man film?
The worst Spider-Man film?
It's got to be 3.
I'm like, it's either Toby's 3 or TASM 2 for sure.
Yeah, TASM was garbage.
But I can at least give like TASM 2 like it's honestly pretty good up until
the
the Green
shock
Goblin
value,
shows up.
the shock value of Gwen dying hit me.
Oh yeah,
I'm
that
not
was
gonna
absolutely
lie.
pretty good.
I actually didn't expect
and like
that.
Electro.
Yeah,
The stuff around him was actually pretty good.
He just looked horrible. Holy,
He did look bad,
that was
but
rough, though.
pretty cool though. Pretty cool stuff.
Best
though.
Electro, low key, Spectacular Spider-Man Electro.
Oh,
Fire.
Yeah, I like Spectacular.
That was a banger.
Electro.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, we got way off track.
Yeah, right. Where were we?
What we've been playing or watching lately?
Oh yeah. I don't even know how that segued.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go back to what feels right. Oh yeah, the Backrooms. We started off there. Yeah, I think if it was more like the games, I feel like that would be like a Resident Evil movie. Like it's more of an action kind of flick, or like I said, like Mario Galaxy. It's just oh look, that's that thing I saw. Yeah. Where it's like the Backrooms kind of, at least Kane Parsons' Backrooms, which reminder, he's the guy behind the movie, so we're gonna be dealing with his version. It was kind of more so this eerie found footage sort of vibe. And so, it was a lot of like the whole idea behind the Backrooms wasn't that it's called the Backrooms, right? Not the Backrooms monster, not the Backrooms monsters. It's about this location, this creepy, infinite, confusing, uncanny space, and the kind of terror that comes from being lost in that. Yeah, the monsters add to it, but it's about this location itself, not the monsters necessarily. And I think the movie kind of really hits on that, and I actually really love the kind of character driven I don't know, the way that it is more character driven than just being about the Backrooms necessarily. And I don't know, I feel like a lot of people I've kind of heard, they wanted to know more about the Backrooms, see more of the Backrooms, and it's like I feel like it's kind of being a little bit lost on folks that like a big part of horror, thriller, whatever movies that are supposed to kind of scare you, put you on edge, is that you're not supposed to understand exactly what's happening. That's the nature of how these things scare you, because you don't understand them. You don't know how you can just keep going from room to room to room and never find your way out, but all these places look eerily familiar or something, where like if the whole movie was just spent, okay, I ran away from this monster and now I'm in this level of the Backrooms where there's this monster. Like, let's be honest, that would have gotten boring to all of us.
Yeah,
it would have.
That's right.
And,
I'm laughing. Haven't seen it.
This guy does not know. Don't let him fool you. Silence him. Boo him. But yeah, and then I'm gonna flip over to Obsession real quick because I know I've been going for a while, but I love this stuff. I'm finding myself very drawn into horror and thriller recently, mostly thriller. Funny enough, I've never been a big horror movie guy. I thought they were kind of lame. Never found them all that scary. And some of them I found funny, honestly.
Yeah, that's real. It one was funny.
Oh yeah. Now that one's like, I find it funny, but I still like it as a horror film.
Yeah. It had a very good horror comedy vibe.
Exactly, and that was a good mix there.
I agree.
But yeah, between Backrooms and Obsession, I'm finding myself way more kind of drawn into like character-driven thriller, more like. I'm honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I've kind of recently learned the distinction between thriller and horror, so I hope I'm kind of using the term there correctly. But yeah, I'm finding myself really into kind of more psychologically grounded stuff, because in the Backrooms, which, spoiler if you haven't seen it, same thing. Well, not for Obsession because I need him to see Obsession. But yeah, for Backrooms, it's like, it's not just the space itself, but it's kind of what it does to the people in it, in a sense of like, I don't know, it kind of some of their own personal stuff gets reflected in the Backrooms in interesting ways that kind of turns into threats throughout the movie and whatnot, and that's pretty cool to me. And then similarly in Obsession, I'll be honest, I can't even exactly explain why, other than just the lead actress killing it in her role, but like genuinely, Obsession scared me more than like I don't know any horror movie that I have seen in a very long time. Like seriously. But yeah, that one's also more of like a character-driven kind of horror or thriller where it's like you got some people, they're going through some stuff that, you know, like the stuff itself would be horror for anybody else, and then you realize, oh, because their personalities are like this, because they kind of have these issues, like that's kind of about as messed up, if not more messed up, than the kind of supernatural, weird, freaky stuff happening, and that's really cool to me. So yeah, I've been obsessed with Obsession.
Fiend. All right.
He'll understand when he sees it.
That's real. Yeah,
If he
I haven't
doesn't-
seen it yet. I'm down bad.
If he
but
doesn't, I'm throwing
it's
rocks
okay,
at him.
Yeah, bro. Movie tickets are expensive, dog. Next check. No, but all right. Yeah. So what I've been playing or watching lately, I've been playing 007 First Light. That shit is a banger. All right. I'm cool. 9.5 out of 10. I'm only halfway through the game. I'm low key just playing it slow. Like I played it day one.
Will he finish it, guys?
Bro.
Place your bets now. I will. Put,
I might not finish
I will
it.
put $1,000 on he's not finishing it.
If they hit me with a message that says there's no turning back, I'm not finishing that game. It's not happening, bro. I'm sorry, bro. You
Elden
need to
Ring didn't hit you with a
linearly
message.
push me through that game, or it's not happening, bro.
Elden Ring didn't put you with a message.
I didn't finish Elden Ring.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
There was no
I'm
message.
standing.
What's your
I'm
excuse?
standing in front of the final boss right now. I'm standing in
I
front
can't
of the
stand
Elden
him.
Beast.
I can't stand
Yeah,
him. I
it's
can't
bad,
stand
bro.
him.
I told myself.
2026.
Yeah,
Big when did that game come out? Jeez.
I haven't touched the DLC yet either. I bought it day one and didn't touch it. I'm bad, bro. It's bad. It's bad.
Shameful,
It's bad,
man.
bro. I know. I'm gonna lock in.
Gamer here.
I'm gonna talk about hold the Elden Ring thought because I'm actually gonna talk about that later. But Elden Ring's actually on my agenda. Speaking on.
Crazy.
Yeah, one of the best games of all time, by the way. But yeah, so I've been playing 007 First Light. It's a banger so far. I've been playing Escape from Tarkov religiously because I'm a fiend and I love pain.
Bro, can't escape Tarkov.
I've been watching. I haven't really been watching anything lately. I finished Wonder Man, and I plan on
Gotta
watching
watch
Spider
that one.
Noir.
That one's pretty good so far. I haven't finished it, but
yeah.
it is good.
Yeah, I plan on watching the Mall series. That's gonna be.
Nah,
I'm gonna
that
watch
one I
that soon.
haven't touched.
I gotta binge some stuff, man. I'm behind.
Same.
But
Same.
yeah, and I still haven't seen The Boys season 5, but I don't know if I want to. I know what happens, so it's like, you know, is it worth?
Happens?
Well, yeah, like everyone saw the clips, bro. Homelander doing the little swan dive in the air, bro. Yeah, like we all saw it, bro.
I'm not
You know
gonna
what I'm saying?
lie.
So it's like
If you've seen the clips, it might not be worth
yeah,
watching.
it's like the shock value is
I'm
already
not gonna
ruined.
lie.
So is it worth dragging myself through another Boys season? And I love the Boys. All right, don't get me wrong, but like holy,
The
have they
Boys was
fallen off,
goated,
bro.
but yeah, I was gonna say like ever since it's ended, the more I'm looking
Yeah.
back, I'm sure we've all seen the videos.
Yeah.
We've kind of like seen like maybe it's
The
kinda
writing
like
in season
3.
1, season 2, and season 3 were hitting.
It was so good.
S4 was just not as good, bro.
And it kind of made me realize, looking back, like, look at what Homelander became. Like, I'm just gonna go on my whole little thing about Homelander here, because the thing that, I mean, we all saw, you know, Homelander. Not only was he just, you know, we hadn't even seen him bleed, we hadn't seen him hurt, so obviously that was just more imposing. But also, you know, he hadn't let people walk so many times. But really, more than that, I think what kind of got to me, because I'm starting rewatching The Boys from season 1. I'm thinking I might just stop around season 3.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
But yeah, early on, I can't remember it word for word, but basically when, you know, Butcher's kind of giving Huey his initiation into, you know, being one of the boys, his whole Morpheus and Neo talk, he's going over how the Supes are all screwed up and they're like in this bar, and I forget Ezekiel, he's like stretching around doing all his stuff.
Yeah.
Touching people.
That's crazy work, bro.
And you know, Huey like is finding out like, geez, the Supes are terrible, dirty people and whatnot. And so Homelander comes up in conversation, and Huey's like, well, what's he do? And to me, it was super interesting that Butcher is like, nothing. Actually, there's no dirt on Homelander.
Yeah.
And you know, of course, it's also because
I
Vought,
forgot about that aspect of Homelander. He
Yep.
should be so clean, bro.
Yeah, that was the thing. It was like, yeah, Vought's covering up, but also it was the fact that no, Homelander wasn't like most suits where he just got into just straight up debauchery when the cameras weren't rolling, and he just did what he wanted. He did do what he wanted because he's the goddamn Homelander.
He would actually cover it
but
up.
exactly, like there was, and the thing was with Homelander, it wasn't just exactly motivated by unchecked power. It was the fact that he kind of came with these deep-seated needs for the people's love. Because the other heroes, I mean, yeah, they were enjoying it. You know, it was part of like the kind of allegory for celebrity culture, which I guess is not really an allegory since they're literal celebrities. But like
Yeah.
For Homelander, it was more of this deep kind of psychological thing. He was a messed up guy, but he wasn't the same as the other Supes where they're just sloppy, just poorly behaved individuals.
Yeah.
It was like this weird pathology that he had.
That was more interesting to me than when they started getting kind of in the political lane.
Mm-hmm.
When it was kind of like satire for kind
Yeah.
of politics. I understand what they were trying to do with that.
Yeah.
I don't hate it,
And I'd
but
say
it wasn't as interesting.
Exactly. At first, it really did hit like the first couple of times, but then it was like, all right, we get it. Homelander is Trump, and to be fair, a lot of the stuff was kind of 1-to-1.
Yeah.
But it kind of lost its flavor, especially because Homelander did have his own character before that,
exactly,
and
exactly.
Yeah, he was able
just
to be
turned
his own
into
thing. He just turned into the Trump stand-in punching bag.
Yeah, bro, I'm not gonna lie though. Okay, question.
Mm-hmm.
Is the Boys Fall Off worse than the Walking Dead Fall Off? It can't
well,
be. No,
I was gonna say, that's a hard one because
the Boys still ended up being okay.
Exactly, I was willing to finish the Boys.
I didn't finish the Walking Dead. I couldn't.
The Walking Dead. I think I watched season 9 and I gave up, man.
I saw a clip from season 11. They had Stormtrooper armor on. Big dog. What are we doing?
What?
Not exactly once, but they had like that, like Stormtrooper-esque armor on. What is going on?
It's
and they were like
crazy. Yeah. Like so. Walking Dead was like one of the family jewels, right? Like my whole family was in on it. Same with Game of Thrones. Like we were all watching it. Like one household would sit and watch it together, and then we call the others and chat about it and all this and that. And yeah, my mom, my sister have been trying to get me back on Walking Dead since, and I just can't look.
It's not happening, bro. It's not.
I'm sorry,
it turned, bro. I think The Walking Dead had like CW syndrome, where like they ran out of ideas and they just started doing stuff, bro.
And like, it's crazy how like. It was it felt to me anyway, like a switch flip. Granted, like I did last watch in like high school, but still, like everything up to Negan, was it perfect? Maybe not, but it was damn good. And like Negan gets put away, and the Whisperers come in, and I'm sorry.
That was.
I couldn't
fumble,
get
bro.
behind
They
them.
weren't interesting. They were so overpowered for no reason.
Them.
There were so many things that like I couldn't really suspend my disbelief with them either.
Yeah,
like it was just.
And again,
odd to me, bro.
Negan himself definitely stretched it a couple times. The governor too.
Yeah, the plot armor around Negan was crazy.
Yeah, but at least it was like we all. I'm not gonna lie. I think we all collectively kind of bared with it.
We wanted to see more Negan. Yes. But holy, get rid of these little whisperer
Alpha,
dudes,
beta,
bro. Give me a break with that.
I
And then
don't
they
care,
tried to
man.
go into that backstory, which I did not care about.
I don't remember the
bro.
backstories.
Yeah.
I did watch them. I don't remember.
I don't either,
Well,
bro. It was the least
wasn't
memorable
remembering
villain
to me.
because The Walking Dead was low key carried by villains.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like Rick was good baseline. The group was a good baseline, but the things that made the show interesting was the
Were what
dynamic
the villains
between
brought out of them.
exactly. Like Negan brought the worst out of Rick.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
The
Even before he showed up.
desperation
You know what I
in
mean?
him.
Before he
Yeah.
even showed up.
Yeah.
Like his aura
He had
just
him.
brought out the worst in, bro.
He had
I ain't
Rick
gonna lie, bro.
paranoid.
Yeah.
And
So
it turned out he was right, and then a couple
Yeah.
of his friends got their faces beaten.
Yep. And the villains got weaker, and the show got weaker, and that's just what it was.
Indeed.
So anyway, moving on. So
Yeah, where were we?
yeah, we're gonna move on to our next segment, which is the top 3 sleeper hits in recent memory that you have in any media. Could be games, shows, movies, anything.
Now, funny enough, I immediately had something come to mind, but some of them I was like, wait, is this a sleeper or is this more popular than I know? But there's a couple that come to my mind immediately. So one is gonna be an anime. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I think I did. I'm an anime guy. I like some anime. Putting him on slowly but surely. But yeah, there's this one called Wistoria, Wand, and Shield, and I don't know what kind of response it's gonna get. I hope it's a good one. I like Wistoria, but let me put it like this. Because it is part of a genre that I generally hate, funny enough. It's the kind of genre where it's like the magic school kind of stuff where it's like, oh, the main character's supposed to be this guy who's like way weaker or way worse than everybody, except everything goes his way all the time and he's actually secretly overpowered as crap or something.
Yeah.
Or like it's like the same thing as like Solo Leveling or whatever, which pretty much same principle, is just not at a magic school or whatever. But yeah, I don't like series that glaze their main characters. Don't get me wrong. I love taking the moment to like say like, wow, look how far he's come, but when it doesn't really feel like he, really did anything, like he's kind of just ridiculous.
There's
and
no
it
arc?
keeps happening over and over. Exactly. No like character growth. It's just kind of happening. Like Solo Leveling, cool and all, but like let's be for real, man. It's just the main character kind of just having his way again and again and again and again and again and again and again. So the cool thing about Wistoria though is that like well, I don't know. The main character of that, Will, he kind of stands out to me a little bit. Not necessarily because like, yes, okay, he is the main character who's supposedly weaker than everybody, but he's actually really friggin' cool and whatnot. But it doesn't make him feel omnipotent. He actually really does still, like, he develops a team over the course of the show, and he straight up needs these guys.
Okay.
If not for them, he would have been killed several times. Where in solo leveling, has the main character even had a team up? I'm not saying his name just because he doesn't know him, but we all know, Sung Jin-woo, Jinu. I'm not Korean. I'm sorry. I don't know the pronunciation.
I've seen approximately 1.5 animes.
I don't even know if the whole. Have you seen a whole one?
I've seen. No, I haven't actually. No. I've seen. I'm not gonna lie though. I've seen some bangers though.
Yeah.
Season 1 of One Punch Man, banger. Season 1 of Promised Neverland, banger.
True.
Season
enough,
1
both
of
those. Yeah, season 2 may not be worth the watch.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, no, actually, season 2 of One Punch Man is great.
Okay.
It got really bad reception because the animation quality went down. I still think it was pretty good.
Yeah.
But like, I can't lie, they did my boy Saitama dirty. He looked like a boiled egg for half that season. It was terrible.
Good lord.
Where like, I don't know how to put it, but the first season, bro, I don't know how you make a bald-headed dude have that much aura. They really did.
Yeah, he was actually peak in season 1. And then I've seen season 1 of Vinland Saga. Banger.
That one's good. I gotta start Vinland Saga. I'm missing that one.
As a non-anime watcher, I feel like I'm eating good.
I'm not
like I've missed a lot of the bull, and I feel like I've watched a lot of good ones.
You have. Now, Promised Neverland. I don't know the full story there, but I also watched season 1, and I heard season 2 is just we just don't talk about it. So I'm like, okay, season 2 of One Punch Man, I'd say it's worth the watch. At season 3, if you want more One Punch Man, start reading because that's unacceptable.
That's rough, bro. You can say hit the books.
Hit the books and hit them hard, bro. I'm actually, bro. It's funny.
I've seen the Invincible comparisons,
yep,
bro.
Yeah,
he's sliding down the hill. I seen bro actually slide down the hill, big dog.
Yep.
PNG dragging, bro.
Literally,
what are we doing?
Bro, I've seen so many people like I could draw it better. I saw people even just take AI and say they could do a better slide down the hill, and yes, they could.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my goodness, man. But yeah, I scarcely read the manga for anime. And it's not because I don't like to read or anything like that.
He's actually illiterate, mind you. He reads in pictures. That's why he likes manga.
But, no, I like reading the manga of something if I enjoy it. I like it so much that I'm like, I need this animated. And if I start with the animated experience, it's like I want to know more, but it's like, no, I need my first experience of this to be in motion.
That's why I don't read the comics. I don't doubt that the comics are good. I've heard they're actually worse than the show, but I feel like Invincible. I feel like I just wanted my first experience with the show to be animated. Mind you, the animation.
Yeah, the animation is making it harder to defend that take, but it's a take.
Yeah, exactly.
And when your show is beautifully animated, like a lot of anime are lucky.
I need to watch JJK, bro.
Yeah. Oh my God, this guy.
Hey, no. I don't want to hear anything.
It's one of my favorites. It's
good. I know it's good.
I like all of our JJK fans out there. We are riding high after season 3. As of the date of this recording, the trailer for season 4 came out today. It looks gorgeous. I cannot wait. I've got partial spoilers from the manga. I don't have context, but all I know, one of the few things I know is everyone loves Hikari. I cannot wait to see this guy in action because of it, and he had the coolest entrance in that trailer, so I'm just waiting to see him move. But yeah, this guy, right? So he watched. Did you even finish season 1? You wretch.
I did.
All right, so he finished.
I started season 2 and I got a little bored.
Like, how do you get caught at season 2?
Isn't that crazy? I know. Bro, it just I don't understand the lore as well because I guess I'm not too well versed in the idea of the whole demon thing in anime. It just isn't really interesting to me. I get how it could be cool. It just doesn't really I don't know, bro. The demons don't seem interesting, if that makes sense. The whole concept.
Yeah, I get you.
You know what I mean? There's no
you don't feel
yes.
With I can't even think
they can just show up.
Yeah, they can technically.
Where I feel I guess in Western media it's more
where it's demons have significance. If a demon shows up in our world, it's because he was the 7th prince of hell or something.
Yeah, right. But in this, it's it's bad emotions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually get that. I understand.
And so just you're gonna spawn in overpowered shit, you know what I mean?
So on that end, technically no, because it's like the strongest curses we see in JJK, right? It's they, since they spawn from negative emotions, it's a simple kind of simple system of the more negative emotions tied to a thing, the stronger the curse it becomes, yada yada yada. So it's schools, for example, you'll get a bunch of little weird, ugly ass curses running around talking about something, my exam, your laundry. I don't know, just random crap like that. We all, the curses in JJK are funny to me. They're a little warbled talking, but then you get to like the special grade curses in the first season or two. Like the volcano head guy Jogo. He's like Japan's. Really, I'm going to say they're mostly based on Japan's fears. Japan's fear of, like, volcanoes, like Mount Fuji and crap like that. The big tree one, Hanami, she's the fear of, like, landslides and really just kind of all, like, nature-born catastrophes.
So because these fears are shared by so many people, they're stronger?
Yeah, exactly. They're, like, kind of primordial fears of humanity. Like,
humanity. So it's like Jack Frost?
Yes. To be fair, if JJK went into America, there could very well be a Jack Frost curse walking around in fairness.
So people just don't. If people aren't scared of it, it just ceases to exist.
For the most part, like, not really.
Should that not be the motivation of the protagonist then, to then calm people so that the demons get weaker?
It's actually funny you say that, because season 2 kind of gets around to this debate. Now, funny enough, that's not an approach they take. Basically, here's why. The logic behind it is, right, okay, so every human, their fears contribute to the birth of curses, yada, 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 except for the sorcerers, right? So they don't. So, I don't want to spoil this, but basically one guy, he goes through some things, and funny enough, oh my God, damn it, I can't tell you all this.
Don't spoil
but
bro.
Basically, there is someone who's technically not a sorcerer, who is the reason he goes through some things.
Okay.
And he was like a real kind of upstanding guy. Like, his whole philosophy around this whole thing was, we protect the weak. They aren't strong enough to do this for themselves. They don't have mastery over their yada, yada, yada. And basically one of these guys who, can't be a sorcerer, kind of screws him. And basically because of that, he starts asking, how do we just solve the problem? Because for him, the whole, like, issue of curses is especially actually painful. Like, for every sorcerer, it's kind of a brutal job, but for him, it extra sucks because, I'm going to give this little spoiler here. His ability basically lets him wield curses at will, but to do that, he has to defeat them, and when he does, they kind of, like, it's like a friggin' item drop, actually. They, like, turn into this little weird orb, and he has to consume that. And in his own words, it tastes like a vomit rag dipped in shit. So he hates his job, but he does it off principles.
I see.
And so when someone who technically this job is kind of for does this to him, that doesn't rub him right. So he kind of looks at. No, go ahead.
I'm thinking. Okay. Uh-huh. So they be putting hands to these curses. They be putting hands to them.
But they also be catching hands. It depends. Now, he was one of the strongest ones of his time, so he's mostly putting hands out.
My question is, if they're putting hands to curses, say. They beat the volcano guy, right?
Yeah.
Does that just dispel everyone's fear?
And that's the craziest part. So those guys canonically, he's just gonna reincarnate, give it a couple more decades.
So what are we doing?
And that's exactly the problem the sorcerers face. They're like, we can keep beating the dog shit out of these curses, but they will be back. What do we do?
It's a physical manifestation of a concept.
Exactly.
It's like trying to scoop up a river.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it is. You can't really get rid of them for good. But then
so JJK is never gonna end. Season 35 on the way.
But it's interesting. It's really interesting. So basically, this guy who eats these curses and they taste terribly bad.
Yeah.
He eventually asked a kind of senior sorcerer to him, how do we end this problem, right? Because, he knows a few things, right? Normal people, they leak out curses. Sorcerers don't, because they contain that energy and they use it for their powers. And basically this senior kind of fumbled the bag in a really big way. Okay. Because they entertain some notions that, like, I get it, you're respecting their opinion, but it did not pay off, bro. It paid off for the worst. But basically one theory they have is, maybe we teach the entire world jujutsu, so everybody can contain this, control it, and curses cease to be.
Okay, bro. Okay.
So
the wrestling technique?
No. Jujutsu it's not jujitsu. Their sorcery is called jujutsu. It's like juju, like bad juju. They turned it to a
bro, I'm about to run. I'm about to turn this mic off.
You don't rock with that?
Okay, bro.
You don't rock with that?
All right, bro.
I think that's pretty hard. I think a lot of people sleep on that. Jujutsu.
I'm trying not to hate, but like, you're losing me. You're losing me, bro. You're losing me, bro.
All right. So basically, the idea is teach everyone in the world this, right? So therefore, every human actually controls and contains their energy. Curses cease to be. And basically, I forget which one of them says it, but then someone's like, well, then, like, how do you facilitate that? You know, how do you can't really just like strong arm the world into that agreement or whatever. Yes. And I'm going to come back around to my personal take on that because I have a take. I think actually a lot of people have probably said this. But anyway, so then this guy who's been eating these disgusting things and recently really had his life made worse by someone who technically is like the kind of person he's been shielding, but it's not really like that. But he has the conclusion of, okay, what if... hear me out. But he doesn't say hear me out. He does not say hear me out. He insists on it, actually. He's like, what if instead we just get rid of all the non-sorcerers on Earth?
What is that? Look, Planos Pro, bro. Where are we going? Like, what are we talking about, bro?
He goes full Thanos and he's like, you know what? I think we just get rid of all the non-sorcerers on Earth.
That's his method.
That's his method, bro. That's his method and his madness.
All right, bro.
To be fair, we kind of do witness him like have a psychological break, sort of.
Okay.
But yeah, that's his method. But my take, I'm not gonna lie, I absolutely believe they could in fact facilitate teaching every human on Earth sorcery. Like, think about it, bro.
Add it to the high school curriculum.
Literally, it could just become a curriculum. And
mastering your emotions. But then the world would have to acknowledge that there's like mythical shit.
I mean, shit. I'm not gonna lie,
like the syllabus is like magic is real, and here's how you use it.
I'm not gonna lie, it needs to be done. But like, here's my thing, right? Because like, frankly, so it's weird. JJK, most of the activity is kind of focused in Japan, so that's part of the problem. Is that like, only Japan knows about this. For one, most of this activity happens in Japan for some weird reason. There's lore behind
what's that about?
There's lore behind it. It's still kind of like
smelly lore,
a little bit like there's some stuff in place, but it doesn't explain why it's not happening elsewhere. It's just like, it makes sense for there to be a concentration in Japan, but it doesn't make sense to not be everywhere. Gotcha. Moral of the story being, basically they absolutely could facilitate that. Not only because like you can literally show the world objectively this is real by numerous things. Yeah. But also there are these guys in JJK. There's a few of them, and around the time there was definitely enough for this plan. They are called special grade sorcerers. What qualifies you to be a special grade is that you would be considered a threat on a national scale. You could overthrow a nation by yourself. This Goku. Guy who eats these curses, he's one of them. I don't think he technically has the like classification yet, but he's one. His best friend's one. Also, technically doesn't have the classification yet.
Who's grading these things? Who's grading these things?
Who's grading them?
Yeah.
Like Juju. Like, there's like a, how do I put it?
A council.
Yeah, basically, there's a council. None of them are actually even like that, but there is a council of old heads, basically, who do that. But moral of the story, between a lot of these guys, especially as they grow up and get stronger, these specific characters, they absolutely could have basically just held the world at gunpoint and been like, you're going to learn this. And I'm not going to lie, there is nothing that could have been done. It would have worked, and in a generation or two, maybe even a decade or two, I think the whole world would have understood, like, you know what, you were right, actually. Not only were you going to silence us, but you were right to, because this needed to be done. But you know, that's just my take, and I think it beats the Nazi approach a whole lot. I think it's a whole lot better than just getting rid of all the non-sorcerers, because at any time someone could just be born without the capacity for that, you know. And so it's like, well, now we're just killing
what do
people.
We do, like mentally ill people? Disabled people.
Or even just like some people, they're like fully able and everything, and they just straight up don't got the capacity. You know,
that's true. Okay.
Like this one specific guy. But wait, how do we even get on this?
We were talking about top 3 sleeper hits. And we got to JJK.
Yeah, JJK is not a sleeper hit by any means. That is taking the world by storm. I was talking about Wistoria. I don't know how we got here, but basically, the thing about Wistoria is the protagonist. He needs his team, actually, genuinely, and also like, see, a lot of protagonists in this kind of story, the world, it feels like it's almost artificially against them, and like it kind of just gets ridiculous past the point because they succeed every time anyway. So it's like, why do you still doubt when he's literally just playing? He's better than you. You are literally like, you're number one, but like he could probably slap you right now.
I see.
But
number one in name only.
Exactly.
I see.
But in this case, it's like, it's more interesting how they kind of do Will and Wistoria, because it's, I mean, first of all, it actually is legitimately like damn, how is he going to get through this? Like,
Yeah.
there's just some shit that he genuinely can't do. But then also, like, to me, what makes him more interesting is I like main characters who, if they're gonna be strong, have them be working for it. Have them actually take like a vested interest in getting stronger.
There needs to be a hero's journey.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he's one of those guys because, long story short, he gets this kind of big power up at the start of the second season. Really cool sequence.
Yeah.
And they do a thing that I actually hate when most fiction does, where they have the main character pass out after their big, super strong moment, and they wake up not remembering how they did it.
Oh, brother.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I know what you mean.
But, like, the very next episode, he's in, like, a difficult situation, and he kind of, like, he does remember it. He doesn't know exactly what happened, which it sucks because there's lore reasons someone intentionally did this to him, and I'm like, you're an op. You need to be slimed out. but he like kind of remembers that he had this power, and you see him like call on it for a second and like do this kind of maneuver, and it's like, you know what, that's really cool, and it makes sense because he would have been OP like most characters who get this trope if he kept his memories of that. But because he's not just me strong, or just, you know, just a simple kind of just God's perfect idiot type of main character. He's actually like, okay, I remember I did this. I can't do it at will, but I'm gonna figure it out. Like, he's determined to get that power back.
That's valid, yeah.
And not only that kind of measure of it, but I kind of blanked midway through. Oh, you kind of see actually, like, again, let's look at like solo leveling, for example. And honestly, I'm giving it a lot of crap, but like I do actually really like the kind of, I'd say, like the one character driven moment I saw in season 1. I forget where I even left off in that, but because I started it was a readable online, not a manga. I think it's called like a manhwa, but it was that before. No, it was a webtoon. It was a webtoon.
Bro, where you be at, bro? On the internet? Where do you find this shit, bro?
It was a popular webtoon before it was animated, and I'm not even going to get into the details, but just know there's a fight with a giant ant, and that
would actually be terrifying, mind you.
Well, it was
okay. Look how strong ants are compared to their weight,
and they were pretty terrifying. Let me specify, not like giant, but like 8-footer guy, like humanoid.
You're still fried.
Yeah, you're still fried.
Yeah, okay.
Except he wasn't at all. That's precisely my point. And like, I get it. He's strong. Some cool things happen. There's lore reasons for him to be this strong, but it's like every fight literally feels like a charade. Like, we walk in and it's like, oh, is this finally going to be a match?
Yeah,
and it's so not, obviously not. And it's not even done in a convincing way.
I know. I can't stand that. That might be worse than the fake death trope, where like they die for 10 seconds. Fantastic Four. That pissed me off. The little tear, bro. Like, bro, don't piss me off, bro. Anyway,
that was actually a like magical Disney.
Great movie, by the way.
Good movie.
But that pissed me off.
But that scene was kind of
that pissed me off.
But yeah. Where was I? So yeah, solo leveling. But there was this moment where the ant thing. So that was where I couldn't read it anymore.
Yeah,
I have watched it in the anime. I genuinely can't remember if season 2 came out and I started it, or if season 2 hasn't even come out. I don't remember where I'm at. But basically, I'm kind of looking at like, all right, I don't know if I'm gonna keep watching this. I watched to that point, but the anime did do one good moment justice for his character. Basically, he starts this whole thing because his family is like in shambles for lore reasons, and specifically, he started this to wake up his mom out of a coma.
Yeah,
and I'm not gonna lie, like the moment he actually made, like, because he started this, I forget what it was. It's this weird thing. It's another trope I kind of don't like, where like his powers are. They're formatted like a video game, like he's an RPG character, and it's actually a very cool concept, but it's been done to death in this genre.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Isn't that like a big isekai thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I genuinely hate it, but basically he like somehow gets like this status thing. Either he saw a description for an item, or it was a description on his mom when he like investigated her or something like that. But basically, finds out about this like elixir of life or whatever, and he's like, this could wake her up out of her coma.
Okay.
And he goes through hell to get it, and he does actually genuinely get like his ass beat a couple times. I'll give him that.
Okay.
But because he's like early in this, he hasn't gotten OP yet, at least not too OP. But he wakes her up, and that was actually like one of the most beautiful scenes to like. Well, I'd say it's just the best scene to come out of that anime period. Nice. Actually, like, I think it hangs with some of the really like strong and moving scenes in other anime or just media in general. And the craziest part is, this is why I hate a lot of anime viewers. That was one of the least popular scenes in the whole show.
Okay,
but
right.
like this dude,
There's no big fights, so I guess it sucks.
yeah, no, literally, because like literally the entire show, he doesn't have an arc. He's just aura farming, bro.
Yeah.
It's just like I honestly forgot at one point it was for the sake of his mom because he's just doing so much aggressive aura farming.
Yeah.
But he gets his mom back and like, oh my god, this guy's got a heart. Like he's breaking down in tears about it because he like when you think about it, he has been working at this for years, actually, not even like since this whole thing happened to start him being OP, but like this has always been his goal to do something for his mom here, and he's got her back, and it's like beautifully lit. The music playing is amazing, but yeah, no one liked that apparently.
No, popped up on the top left corner. Nobody liked that.
Nobody liked that, but me, bro. My fault. I actually like my main characters to be main characters, like full of personality,
Guess not.
people
Actually,
and whatnot.
No, they just need to be human bicep.
My fault, dog.
Strong.
He's
strong. Goku is the best character written.
Ooh, don't even get me started about Goku, bro.
No, okay. Go to other two.
Don't get me wrong. Goku is my GOAT. For a long time, my Xbox name was DB Eternal. It's in Dragon Ball because GT I'd watched the ending of GT recently, and I was like, Dragon Ball should go forever.
Yeah.
But let's keep it a stack, man. Goku is not the best written character out there just because he's the strongest, just because he's done a lot of very cool things.
Solo's your favorite verse, bro.
He's had great moments. I do love Goku as a character, but let's not pretend he's the best written.
Yeah,
he's not the best written, all right? But back to the point. Who was I even talking about?
No, you were talking about your sleep rates.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Okay, so
what's your third?
I haven't even said my second.
Oh,
the thing about went from a story.
Okay, lock in.
Point of the story being, when all these ridiculous, stupid hurdles pop up in his way, you actually see some of them get to him emotionally more than like the literal challenge. And at first, I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of aggravating to me. And then I kind of stopped and thought about it, and it's like, you know the saying of like, if you judge a fish by its ability to climb, it will always think it's stupid.
Yeah,
that is Will's entire character. Like, I see. It's been acknowledged in this point that like canonically he's not supposed to be at this magic school.
Okay.
He is built for something else entirely.
Yeah.
Why they have him here, I don't know. It's like a cruel joke of fate. I don't know what they have planned for him. They're just playing with his life.
I see.
But because of that, yeah, he's been screwed with all his life, and like he's kind of got a point in being upset because it's like he just got a massive win. He literally saved the world as we know it so far, not the entire literal world, but like the whole setting we've seen so far. He saved all of that, and the next day they're trying to screw him and say, no, you don't have the right to do this. He just got like this nice cool cloak and to like graduate and go up to the next level, and they're like, no, you suck, get out of here. And it's like, yeah, no, it makes sense how that'd be pretty demoralizing. Like, dude, yesterday you guys were literally chanting my name.
Yeah, what's
going on?
Yeah, I see.
So yeah, that's what kind of makes Will a better protagonist than that to me. Now, moving on to my other thing. Sorry, I had to kind of do some stuff. A little adjustment. But I found this artist a while ago. He's a music guy. I forget. I think I found him on Instagram because he does like art and music.
Cool.
And I think he's even got some webtoons out there. I'm gonna check those out sooner or later. But he's called Bonesaw. But like a lot of his music is kind of like named under like both Bonesaw and then another name called Shogun, which I think is the name of his webtoon.
Yeah.
Unrelated. Moral of the story: Bonesaw, great music. Like a lot of like EDM kind of stuff. I'm into that. And yeah, I've been super into that. Not a hugely known guy, obviously, but that's some very good music right now. And I say guy, I'm just saying guy because I'm a guy. It could be a girl. I have no idea, but. Very good music, actually music so good that so I'm a bit of an aspiring writer myself. I found some of the songs I was listening to of Bone Sauce to kind of correlate to certain arcs, story beats, scenes, or whatever, and something I'm trying to write.
Yeah.
And because of that, I pretty much built a playlist for this story I'm working on, and it's 90% Bone Saw hits.
That's fair.
It's actually crazy how much of that stuff correlates. Man, I could actually go into a whole lot about why I like this artist, despite knowing next to nothing about them and just listening to a ton of their music. Yeah. One thing is, so there's if you're familiar with like Sonic, like that whole kind of fan base, you've probably heard like that people associate like Sonic fans with being autistic, and I cannot.
Wait, where did that come from? Wait. You can't just throw that in there. like that's not crazy. What? Who said that?
A lot of people. A lot of people.
Bro, I'm on the safe side of the internet to win.
I'm not gonna lie, I'd be out there, bro. Like I'm not where it's like disgusting and crazy, but like it's I don't know.
What?
I'm towing the line, man. I'm towing the line. I just be seeing stuff.
What?
I just see stuff and I just keep on moving.
I'm gonna let you cook, bro. Sonic fans, I'm sorry.
Hey, don't take it as any offense. I am proudly one of you, and I am also. I'm not gonna claim it because I haven't been tested, but I might be tested. But yeah. So with that being said,
go ahead.
I was listening to some of this person's music, right, and I'm like, this gives me vibes of the Sonic games I played as a kid, right?
It sparked your tism.
It touched the tism, possibly.
Okay.
I'm so very sorry to anyone out there. This is oh my god, this is gonna sound so terrible now that I've said the things I've said, but I actually have a cousin who is autistic, and that's not to clear me.
That doesn't give you credibility, bro.
That doesn't give me credibility. That's not how I'm saying it, but I'm saying that like this isn't me trying to make fun of anybody because like, and I probably do look like I'm probably trying to claim some things I'm not, and I'm not, but. The amount of times that people have asked me if I'm autistic just for me to say I wouldn't know, I haven't been tested. It's making me start to believe that maybe I am.
Hey bro, run a Kalshi. All right, we need test results by next week. Okay.
Hey, start a GoFundMe for me to go get tested. But
I'm betting over on that one.
Basically, more of the story. That's the vibe I was getting from this music, right? I'm like, this sounds like Sonic. This person has listened to this Sonic stuff, and long story short, I was giving somebody a ride at one point, and I'm listening to this music, and I'm talking with them about the story I'm trying to write, the music, and they were like, "Yeah, no, I agree. This gives me Sonic vibes," and I'm like, "I'm not crazy." And then another time, my sister's in the car with me, and I'm just listening to it. I didn't say a word about it. I'm just listening to it, and I'm just jamming. And we'd come from a wine tasting. And she also suspects that we might both have a touch of the tism. And basically, she stops me and she's like, "This music is starting to overstimulate me." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. I like rock out to this stuff." And she's like, "This sounds like a Sonic level or something." And I was like, "I'm not crazy. It's really here." And yeah, then I actually do a little bit of looking, and it turns out it's because the music I was listening to was literally on an EP that was like it was. In Bonesaw's own words, like it was inspired by the game Sonic Rush.
Got you. Okay.
There you have it. I'm not crazy.
Okay.
I may be a lot of things.
Yeah.
A lot of them may not be good, but I'm not crazy.
All right, bro.
But yeah. So yeah, good music from Bonesaw. The moral of the story is ignore me, listen to Bonesaw.
That's real.
There you got it.
Yeah.
My third kind of sleeper hit. Like I said, kind of difficult because I don't actually know the reception other people have to a lot of the things I enjoy. But,
which is fine. I think that's a good thing. I think not knowing what other people think about a thing lets your opinion on it be more organic.
That is true.
Which is like, you just like what you like. Like, there's things I like that other people hate. I don't care.
I take pride in that.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I am a man of refined taste.
Like
I said,
I
maybe a lot of things.
But, you know what I'm saying, now you're just... Get out of yourself there, pal. Go.
But there's one more anime.
All right.
Because I was having a hard time thinking. But because I feel like this anime is popular, but I don't know because I only know me and my friends who've been watching it. But it's called Daemons of the, I think it's like of the Shadow Realm. I just be calling it Daemons. But
is this another demon anime?
No. They're called Daemons, and it's like a sort of concept, except they have no correlation to like how any of that works. I'd say it's more
Do
like...
they act like demons?
No.
Okay.
I'd say they're more like like how like kind of like how in it's Japan and a lot of cultures do this where there's more like spirits. They're not necessarily inherently good or evil.
Okay.
But they'll call them like demons or something like that. That's exactly what's happening in that show.
Okay.
So basically, I'm still kind of figuring it out. It's a bit of a mystery.
Does Japan believe in angels?
No, yeah, they do the whole spirits are neutral, some are bad, some are good kind of thing.
I'm just saying in general. Do you know that? Do you know?
They don't have angels. Like they've got like so I think they classify them like oni, yokai, yada yada yada.
Okay.
Oni I think tend to be particularly bad or at least look like it.
Yeah.
but like at large they have like spirits, deities, stuff like that. So it kind of ranges from good to bad. But like there's good deities, bad deities, good oni and yokai, bad ones.
Gotcha.
It's kind of just, you know, they just be out there.
Yeah.
Okay. They're just certainly supernatural, that's for sure. But yeah, daemons are like, they're interesting because they kind of function by attaching to a person. And it's funny, as a kid, I don't know, I could never get behind like Pokemon, and I swear this relates. I could never get behind Pokemon because I was like, as a kid, I was like, why are your superpowers in anything but you? You know, I'd come off of like Spider-Man, Avatar: The Last Airbender, goated.
Goated. I just watched that recently. Goated.
This guy didn't watch that growing up, by the way.
That's crazy.
Grown man.
I didn't have cable, bro. I was poor.
Man. But yeah, I'd come off of those, and I was like, the idea especially of having an animal that you put in a ball and then you throw it out to fight other people's animals that they put in the ball. I'm like, that's kind of messed up, bro.
Yeah, it's like, it was akin to dogfighting.
Yeah.
I think that was a critique of the whole thing.
Was it?
But, yeah, I think that was, not like at the time, but nowadays people are like.
See, that was just my criticism. I just thought that was messed up. But yeah, basically, funny thing is though, I was also a huge fan of Beyblade as a kid, and if you guys watch those shows, you know that Beyblade was the exact same principle because they acted like Beyblades.
But they were inanimate, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, I'm like, I think that was where I drew the difference, and I also just thought Beyblades were really freaking cool.
Yeah.
So that
Same.
totally flew under
I'm
my
not gonna
radar.
lie. Have you seen the clips recently of like them like going back and like, man, Beyblade could not have been this serious. They had attack helicopters, bro, and they shot the Beyblade. That shit was
I remember that episode. I was so engaged. It was that serious to me.
It was that serious.
It was in
This
fact that
shit means
serious.
something to
Bro,
me, man.
I'll never forget. Do you remember the guy in like the guy who was a Beyblade sniper?
What?
Yes, bro. Oh my god.
This is
Dude,
like I missed that. What?
Did you watch the Beyblade?
I watched.
Like, did you watch all the
I
shows?
didn't see all of them, all the episodes, because like, you know, like when you're growing up and shit, like you
Yeah,
missed
you
a
just-
couple.
yeah.
I think I might have missed that one.
So my thing, I unfortunately missed. I only rocked with the Beyblades where they had metal in them. That was what I grew up with. That was cool.
I had the plastic shits back in
The
day.
plastic,
old.
Now the
ones.
plastic was cool, especially early era plastic,
Yeah.
because my older cousins, they were with those, and they showed me clips where it's like back in the day they used to get down. Like if someone threw a punch during a Beyblade battle, you were getting hit with that punch telepathically, and that's pretty tough.
Yeah.
But in my little era, it was the metal Beyblade. So the main character was this guy Jenga. He was pretty cool to me. And so he had 3 series: Metal Fusion, Metal Masters, and Metal Fury, or Metal Fight, English or Japanese, depending. But basically, or no, I think Metal Fight was the whole saga. But more of the story, in the first kind of arc, right? Mind you, the main antagonist is like another guy his age who got a forbidden Beyblade and used it to slime out his dad.
Is that a Drago?
Yes.
Yes. Peak. I had a Drago.
El Drago was one of the goated Beyblades, man. But
he would always draw though. With every like in real life, he would always draw because he's spun that. He's
yeah. So the spin stealing.
Yeah, they would just hook each other and they would just draw.
See,
yeah,
in my experience, El Drago had that. So he was always knocking somebody out first.
Yeah, he either one shot you or you're tied. Yeah.
Yep.
But you never lose.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I never lost it, bro.
No, El Drago was out here kicking ass and taking names, just like in the show.
Yeah.
But
Pegasus was low weak. He was garbage.
Pegasus, I'm not gonna lie, that heated me up because I love Pegasus so much in the show. The Beyblade was overrated as hell in real life, and it made me mad.
He had like a rubber bottom. It slowed him down.
Like it was cool, but like especially as you kept having it and it wore down, it sucked.
Yeah.
It sucked, especially.
I'm gonna let you cook that.
Yeah. So in the first season, right? The guy who's got El Drago, this dude who works for him is a Beyblade sniper, and like he will genuinely like, I forget it. I think it was someone random, or it might have been his first attempt on Jenga. But basically, he's genuinely on top of a skyscraper, laying down. He has a scouter on, scoped in, zoomed in, and he shoots his Beyblade at full speed and straight boom someone a mile away, bro. And like
Chris Kyle.
Yes, bro. It was dead ass like American Sniper with Beyblade, and it was the funniest shit ever. Especially because like they marketed, he was like on some like bullseye dead shot type of shit. Like he's ricocheting this motherfucker off shit to hit people, and they were like, it's got the tip of it is like it's at an angle so it can bounce off of things unpredictably. That shit was ass in real life, but in the show he was a demon.
Okay.
But like there was that. Let's see. In Beyblade lore, canonically, Moses used a Beyblade to part the Red Sea.
Don't piss me off.
I shit you not. That's how the Red Sea got parted. He launched a Beyblade with such force it parted the Red Sea.
I can't with this shit,
It keeps going. It keeps
Did
going.
Jesus have a Beyblade?
Oh, I forget.
What would he run?
I forget what Jesus' lore was, bro. I don't know if they ever discussed Jesus, bro. But I actually
It's called
need
the
to know.
Covenant. Okay, I'm kidding. Let me chill out.
But this is the funniest thing ever, dude. So like the biggest like final antagonist of Jenga's whole story was literally like it was like a dark comet that passed by the Earth, and like this comet was a Beyblade. That Beyblade was like a dark sun deity, bro. Literally, and it had a prophecy on Earth and all, dude. Literally, bro. And this shit had lore, bro. So we're back to El Drago, right?
Okay.
In the show, it canonically had like this dark power that it ran off of. It literally got that because oh my god, I gotta go further back. Actually, all Beyblades were
We're in the
literally.
back rooms of content.
I will go into every iceberg it takes.
Okay.
So all Beyblades actually have their origins in shooting stars landing on Earth and those materials being used to make Beyblades.
So Venom.
Actually, yes.
Yeah.
This is basically because
Stop saying Raimi Spider-Man. They were like beds.
literally that's how it happened.
Okay.
And El Drago got this dark power because it passed by this like dark sun god on its way to Earth, and it was permanent, like almost permanently corrupted.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool, but like, all right, we're
Literally, and
getting into the weeds here.
and Pegasus was like the light counterpart. So you had like the
Okay.
Beyblade of light and darkness and
Gotcha.
shit. Oh man, good
Gotcha.
times,
No, I
man.
feel you, I feel
Beyblade was always that serious. Beyblade was in fact that serious.
Nice.
I'm trying to think of more crazy ass Beyblade lore because like canonically in their
It gets
history.
wicked. We're gonna have
It
to
gets
have a
wicked.
segment on Beyblade lore.
Oh, we got
in the
to.
future.
We
Okay,
got
okay.
to.
Next
We got
episode
to.
we'll do it.
I will go study up more of that shit because it's so funny, dude.
I gotta pull some of my old. I'm gonna show you guys my old Beyblade collection.
Man, I gotta see if I got some.
I had like 10
somewhere.
of them, I think.
That used to be the
Yeah.
grind,
Yeah,
man.
it was, bro. Boys and Girls Club. And one of those like little, it was a chair. We didn't have a stadium, so we had the chairs, the plastic chairs,
Yep.
bro. That had like the little dip, bro. It was so fun. Anyway, peak childhood
Low key.
experiences.
I got inspired by the sniper Beyblade, man, dude. I was like mastering trick shots and
Yeah.
shit. So like, I like found like, I don't know how to describe it. It was like if you launched and kind of like pulled it at an angle at the same time, you could put like a crazy kind of like tilt on
I
your
used to hate
Beyblade's
niggas
arc.
like you, bro. just put the Beyblade in the arena, bro.
No, bro. It was that serious, bro. I was gonna pull off the snipe, but like some of my Beyblade trick shotting highlights include. So it was the coolest shit ever. One
He has
time,
a highlight reel for
yes,
Beyblades.
I have. These are core
Are
memories
these
of mine.
recorded?
No,
Didn't happen.
none of them are. Damn.
Hold that.
The Moses
Hold
thing
that.
didn't. That one wasn't recorded, but we know it happened. So I just gotta write a book
falls
about
in a
these all.
forest and no one hears it.
But if a Beyblade knocked over that tree, that's entirely different. That's entirely different.
Yeah, it has-
That's cemented in
It
stone.
originates from
It's like a Beyblade shaped hole in the tree.
Alpha Centauri. Anyway.
But yeah. So me and my cousin, right?
Mhm.
See, me and my cousins actually. There was two of them, and then one of me. Yeah, there wasn't two of me back then. We were on a quest to customize
What are we
the
talking
ultimate
about?
Beyblade. And
Okay,
see,
okay.
I've always been the like jack of all trades kind of guy,
Uh-huh.
except I wasn't satisfied with just being a jack of all trades. So like each of them, they found their favorite Beyblade, and they were like, all right, let me tune it up.
Mhm.
Me personally, I was like, I want to make like the best Beyblade for like all the things. So I
Yeah.
found like all the Beyblades from the show that had the coolest parts to me, and like tried to take apart from each.
I did that
and put
too.
it on mine.
Yeah, I did that too.
Mhm.
I had a Frankenstein in Beyblade. I call it Raging Bull. It was so OP. But that shit was busted. Like it actually never lost.
Oh, yeah?
No, it lost a couple times, but like it had a cool 85% win ratio. It was busted.
I think actually I got
Yeah.
the similar result with
yeah,
mine.
it was crazy. Yeah.
So yeah, I made mine, and my cousin made his, which was basically just like it was for the most part just El Drago,
Yeah.
which honestly was good enough.
Yeah.
But literally we
Did
like
it
spent.
spin left. Okay.
Yep. So we spent like at least an hour, like just actually because these dudes had a treasure trove of Beyblade
Yeah.
parts. So we spent at least an hour going through them. We battled people. We made deals like if I win, I get this part. I get your Beyblade.
Yeah.
You know, we did all that. And
Pink-
so
you're fighting for pink slips, bro.
yes, it was that serious. We watched the show and we decided that was gonna be us, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. Out of all the kids' toys, Pokemon, Bakugan, Beyblade, Yu-Gi-Oh, I'm not gonna hold you. I think Beyblade was the best one.
Beyblade was the toughest.
It was just peak.
I'm
bro.
not
It
gonna
was
lie.
just-
As a kid, I didn't have the mental acuity for Yu-Gi-Oh yet.
Yeah.
My cousins tried to teach me Yu-Gi-Oh several times.
Same-
and I
bro,
ain't have it.
there's so many words. There's a paragraph in each card.
Yeah, man, I wasn't built for all that.
I think it was kind of like how Marvel Snap was though. Like you kind of understand after a while. Like you've seen this card so many times, you understand how the interactions work. Yada yada yada. But,
Something like that. I
yeah.
have no idea to this day. My cousins actually
Marvel Snap fell off crazy.
Snap did fall off crazy,
Anyway,
man.
I'm
It's
not-
sad.
we're not gonna, we'll talk about that in a different episode, probably next.
Yeah,
time.
there's gonna be a Beyblade
Snap-
episode,
yeah,
a Snap episode,
episode's
Yu-Gi-Oh
coming.
episode. It's all
Yeah.
coming, trust.
Yeah.
And other scenery will come. We'll actually be in the like the pool section of the back rooms.
Yeah,
One day we'll even bring a monster on the podcast. But
okay.
So yeah, we like customized the crap out of our Beyblades. And literally, we like pre-staged where we're gonna battle because they had a power transformer outside their house where they lived, and it made for perfect stadium. Like we set the stadium on top.
That's
of it.
so
It was
bad,
perfect.
bro. How did you not explode?
Bro, Blader spirit. So literally, we customized our Beyblades, and we both like reached a moment where we knew. We looked at our Beyblades, and we were ready.
Okay.
So we like do this, look at each other, and we run outside to battle. And we got our launchers in hand, put them on there. We literally run. We run and land on opposite sides of it. I swear to God, we were reliving a scene from the anime. We stopped, put them on, launch them with everything we got. It was the coolest shit I'd ever seen.
Yeah.
They land, they go straight for each other, but they go just past each other because they're like rotating opposite ways. They go just past each other, do a full rotation, come around, hit each other full force, and they both fly out of the stadium. And we both run in opposite directions to get our Beyblades back. It was hype.
Yeah.
Coolest draw of my time.
I can't lie.
So there was that one, and then I got like one other story off the top of my head. It was after this first one here. It was like 5th grade for graduation. Basically, we got a day to do whatever we wanted. So we all agreed collectively. We're bringing our Beyblades. We are battling on the desks.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
And one of my friends at the time, he had this one called Flame Bixis. I remember because it was weirdly tall. Okay. That was its whole gimmick.
That was corny. I remember that one. That one was ass. That was ass.
It was terrible.
That one sucked.
It was absolutely horrendous.
It would just get smacked, and
it was like
cooked. It was just like getting hit with body shots over and over. Like it was getting hit with liver shots every time.
Exactly.
Normally crippling.
Take
to
them
that
straight
thing.
to the ribs.
Yes, it was so bad. Who cooked that one up? A stinker. It was
I
a
got
stinker.
no idea.
I think
it didn't
they
even
made
have
other
the
tall
balance.
ones that would like
that were a little bit better,
with
but
them. Yeah,
but being
that first
tall
one
was
garbage.
never
It was
good.
not
Yeah.
The lower you were, the better.
And
that's why it was so good. It was so low.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, anyway, good.
But yeah, it was funny. So I brought my little custom Beyblade of Absolute Destruction, and I perfected my little trick shot too. So he launched his Beyblade, and other people launched theirs, and I don't remember what all happened between them, but it wasn't as cool because then the main character arrived, and so I run in, and I launch mine with my little like slide in that I do.
Did you slide cancel?
I did. I slide canceled the launch. It was beautiful. I carried some of the momentum.
Walked so COD could run.
I carried some of the momentum. I slid in. The Beyblade got like an extra boost. You'd have to see it. You'd have had to see it. Literally,
you can't make this shit up.
If I kept Beyblading, I would have become that sniper dude I talked about earlier.
I believe you.
So I launch it, and like this dude's Beyblade from the show, it bounced 3 separate times on its way to it. Yeah. And instead of hitting it with the body shot, I wanted more. It bounced, and it hit from above, dead in center on the top of it. It literally knocked this shit spinning, bro. It was damn near sideways, rotating until it just fell over. I was so proud of myself.
That's fire. That's fire. I can't lie.
And welcome to my childhood.
We had I think later on when like the Beyblades kept getting like more and more robust over times, we had the exploding ones at the Boys and Girls Club, and that was just dangerous. You just needed like safety glasses. I'm not gonna lie, that was bad. But anyway,
back in the day, exploding Beyblades was a feat. It meant you whooped their ass.
Yeah, no, that was crazy. No. If before the exploding
with the metal ones,
if you blew someone's Beyblade up, it was bad.
It was bad. Whatever terms you set on it, they had to agree to it, bro.
You had to get the tools to put
exactly. You had to put that thing back together, bro. And you had to hope it didn't actually damage the pieces. Like, how did you get cooked that bad?
Who let kids have that shit?
I don't know, but they made my childhood. I gotta give a round of applause for them.
Yeah. All right, so for my top 3 sleeper hits, in recent memory at least, I would say one's Wonder Man. For sure. That makes sense. I know a lot of people haven't watched it. I know it's kind of a sleeper because it's like dropped on like Disney Plus.
Yeah, and it's like the Disney Plus stuff. It stopped winning people over. Reasonably so.
I canceled my subscription after I
you got your going and got out of it.
I got Wonder Man out. I had to get it back because of Maul. I got to watch Maul.
Yeah.
Anyway, and Spider-Man.
Spider-Noir.
Yeah, I'm snoozing.
All that.
But I just got it back, so I'm gonna watch. But anyway, yeah. So Wonder Man, banger. The premise is that there's a guy who's trying to be an actor inside the MCU, like in the Marvel universe. He has powers. He has to hide that fact, or else there's gonna be bad things that happen to him. If you haven't watched it already, definitely watch it. It's a cool 9 out of 10, I'd say. It's just got really good acting, really good premise, really good writing. Nice. It's not too long. It's not too short. It's like a cool 8 or 9 episodes long. I can't remember, but it's like not too long. It's not going to take up your time. It's only one season, and it like revisits the Mandarin.
Oh yeah.
The Trevor.
Oh yeah, that
Trevor?
actor guy.
Yeah, the actor guy.
Yeah, he shows
he's
back
in the
up.
show. He's like the co-lead.
Cool.
Yeah, he's really really good. The whole premise is just good, man.
Hard.
It's a banger. Watch it if you haven't seen it already.
I gotta tap in.
Yeah, number 2, Andor season 2. Andor season 1 and 2.
Does Andor count as a sleeper hit though? I feel like that was pretty popular.
No, not really, bro. I feel like it doesn't do numbers.
Huh.
Like Andor 1 didn't really do that much numbers. It's critically acclaimed, but it's not really doing numbers. Yeah,
I see. It is not widely seen, but those who see it do like it.
Yes,
so yeah, that's
exactly.
a sleeper hit by definition.
Season 2 expands on everything that makes season 1 good. Season 1's more cohesive. Season 2, you could tell they wanted to do more seasons maybe, but didn't really get the green light for that many, so they had to condense a lot. I think it felt like they condensed maybe 3 seasons into one season. So it's a little rushed, but all the points that they need to hit. The Empire is not a group of bumbling buffoons in that show. They actually are smart and they act like they're a ruling force in the galaxy. It's probably some of the best Star Wars media. I think it's some of the best television I've seen in a long time. But Star Wars for sure, it's like top 3 projects for me. Andor's up there. Watch Andor if you haven't seen it already. Like actually, it's really good.
Something else I gotta watch. I'll be honest, man. I love Star Wars, and then The Force Awakens came out.
Yeah.
And I just kind of gave up.
The Force Awakens.
I gotta tap back in.
I didn't hate that one. What came after?
I was gonna say so. I actually, man, this is gonna sound crazy. I didn't even see Force Awakens. I just heard people dunking on it.
Yeah.
And I think by the time I was like, you know what, screw it, I'll just go, find it somewhere, watch it myself. Then I think they were working on the second one, and so I was like, let me see if this goes well. And it kept going downhill, so I didn't tap in. Only thing of Star Wars I've seen since the original 6 is literally Kenobi, which it was good.
Some mid.
Yeah, I'm like it was cool. I was just happy to see more Kenobi.
The Vader fight was cool.
Vader fight was cool. Yeah,
that was the only thing that was really good. I think the whole show kind of built up to that, and that was just what it was.
Yeah.
But that show reminded me how ruthless Vader was, though.
Oh yeah.
Clean. Anyway.
That one I can't forget.
Yeah, Vader's peak.
Peak villain.
Yeah. Third sleeper hit. It's not a sleeper hit. I want to say this one. I gotta pick a different one because it's not it. You know
what is it?
007. I was gonna say 007.
That's not no sleeper.
It's not sleeper hit. That was.
There's nothing sleeping about that.
I haven't heard anyone really talking about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Heck, I've heard people talking about it.
No one said anything about it.
I've been having to lay low so I don't get spoiled.
That's valid. No, that's valid. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
But I've definitely seen the talk.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, this isn't in recent memory, but it is a sleeper hit. RoboQuest.
Oh yeah.
Banger.
Hey, we're gonna dig out of like non-recent memory. I got several.
Yeah.
But yeah, RoboQuest was great.
Good replacement. Had to throw that in there. RoboQuest is a banger.
Yeah, it's a little rogue like you play as a robot.
It felt like Borderlands.
It did feel vaguely.
It felt like Borderlands was like a roguelike, just with the guns and the way it was set up and the level system and the art style is really cool and the boss fights.
Boss fights were nice.
Maybe not as wacky as Borderlands, but it feels very Borderlands-esque with movement shooter flair. You know what I mean? It just felt so smooth to run around in that game.
Yeah, that was
you
fun.
could get like a lot of speed boosts, and your character had the abilities and stuff like that. It was really good. We beat that game together.
Yep.
That was
it was actually hilarious how we beat it because we were like stuck at I don't remember what that city was called, but it was like
that city was brutal, bro.
That city was demonic.
It was actually crazy.
But one
day
you
went down a couple times too.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Oh yeah. But one day I literally just accidentally found the build of all builds, and I kid you not, guys, like. I was barely using my abilities. I actually, for the rest of our run, I had like a force field, and I was just Goomba stomping bosses, literally jumping on their head, punching down on them until it was over.
I remember that.
Literally, the final boss, she's
Yeah.
got like this laser maze attack, and I didn't even realize how relevant this was. This man is down here running for his life. He's like sliding, jumping, and like sidestepping. Like he's straight schmoving down there just to try and stay alive. And I'm literally just like the boss is suspended in the air. I don't know how I got the extra jumps on this build too or something, but I got myself up there, and I'm just up there just mink, until she dies, and he's just genuinely like fighting for his life down below.
Yes. Bosses hate me. You remember Children of Morta?
Oh,
in the first boss fight,
yes.
like, bro,
the first boss genuinely dived you on sight, and he did not unaggro until you were gone.
I don't understand, bro.
Children of Morta also a pretty good one.
Banger,
I call that a sleeper hit right there.
Great co-op game. We're gonna do a co-op game section.
Only gripe is I just need more people to be able to play it at once, man. I feel like that's a game that deserds a 4-man squad.
I think so. It feels like it should be. It felt like a very Minecraft Dungeons-esque.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. Next segment.
Yeah.
What is your Mount Rushmore of animated characters? You can only say the names. Just say the names, and then we'll go over it after.
All right, so I kind of split mine, right? Because I'm like, I feel like there's 2 Mount Rushmores that I gotta give. Like, one is my Mount Rushmore, and the other one is like in terms of actual like historical significance. Because like the real Mount Rushmore it ain't nobody's favorite president.
That's real.
It's the guys who like we're putting on a mountain because
That's
they
right,
did
yeah.
big stuff.
Because of
history,
influence, yes.
You know?
Okay, yes. I
Yeah.
understand, yes.
So, I ain't gonna lie. I actually got to refresh myself on a
No, you're
couple
good,
of these characters here. I forgot.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. All right. All right. Miles Morales at 1. That's my 1. All right. Tom from Tom and Jerry. He's goated.
He almost made it onto
He's
mine.
goated. He's
He
got
is.
like 7 lines.
He's
the whole
literally
series.
he's the runner-up for it for me.
Banger. All right. I go Uncle
See,
Ira.
I also. How could I have forgotten?
You're snoozing.
How could I have forgotten?
You're snoozing.
See, I gotta give
You're
mine.
snoozing.
But I no, you're
The Dragon
you're
of the
you're
West.
Right. You're right, bro.
You're snoozing.
You're
All
right.
Number 4, Omni-Man.
That's valid.
Gotta be.
That's
Gotta
very
be.
valid. That's very valid.
I
That's
think
very
he
valid.
steals the show in Invincible.
Yes, he does.
Anyway, yeah. My reasoning for these, Miles Morales has the best animated film of all time with Into the Spider-Verse, 2018. Tom and Jerry, just peak animation.
Come on.
That was like...
The only reason why I didn't put like Tom on there, for example, is
Yeah.
because I wasn't sure if I wanted to put Tom or Jerry.
That's valid.
And I'm like, I can't put them
That's
both.
valid. No, that's valid. But that was my whole childhood. I've seen every single Tom and Jerry episode
Tom
ever.
and Jerry was good.
I had them all on VCR. I watched them all as a kid. They were on repeat. I watched them all. Uncle Iroh is just he's like one of the most quotable.
Literally,
Aside from Thanos, he's like one of the most.
I was gonna
quotable
say
characters in fiction.
there are 2 men in the fictional
Yeah,
world
yeah.
that if my son were to be more like them than
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
I would not be.
Yeah.
That's a W.
That's peak.
And they are
Yeah, you're
Uncle Iroh
right. Yeah.
and post 2018 Kratos.
Yeah. No, you're right.
If my
you're
son
right.
winds up like either of those
No,
guys
you're
more
right.
than me,
No,
you're a
right.
better man than me.
You're right. You're right. No. Yeah.
I'm not even
post-2018.
mad.
I forgot about Kratos, bro. And not that I forgot about him, but like
But it's because like look at what he used to be.
Yes,
he used to
yes.
be like an NBA young boy
The arc-
type
the
of
arc
like
hits,
Greek
yes.
mythology. But
they're
now
remaking those games.
There are.
Yeah, we're getting a remake.
I'm gonna play those.
Yeah, me too. No,
I'm gonna play
actually,
those.
because I didn't play the original because I was 7 when they came out.
Exactly. I was not
and
allowed
I
to.
had good parents, so they didn't let me play that shit.
I had older cousins and other people around who I saw playing them, and I was like, I want this game.
Yeah. When was your first time playing GTA? What age were you?
Oh man, this is gonna.
What was your first GTA? Was it 5?
Yeah, bro.
Okay, mine was
It
5.
was GTA
Mine was
5.
5.
Yeah.
I couldn't play 4
Yeah.
because I was too young. Yeah, it was violent. Yeah.
Same.
I had good parents.
First, like too mature. Well, not too mature for the age. Honestly, I was a decently mentally mature kid, but like I'd say the first kind of breakout mature game I got was actually when we played Resident Evil 6 together in like
Peak,
6th grade.
Bro,
that was a good time.
RE6 was like
that was a good
Okay,
time.
I'm not gonna lie, I think people didn't like it. Like, okay,
It's not a good story.
No.
But
it was.
It was fun. That was fun to
It
play
was a
through.
banger.
That was a good
Look at
time
me.
right there.
That shit slapped. The last boss fight was BS. He had transformed like 17 times.
Oh my god,
But
dude.
we had that shit on hard mode too. And remember
yeah.
you kept foaming the fucking QTE with the fly and like
Yes, with the stupid fucking lightning rod. I don't know how I kept messing it up. I don't know.
Yeah.
But literally, it was funny the case I made to my mom because I was like watching a clip of gameplay. It was basically I was watching some guys play the game and they were at a part of it and I was like making my case to my mom to get me this game because she was like she saw like this was rated high or whatever like these guys
For
are
RE6?
shooting. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe it was rated like it was either T or M or some crap, but it was technically above me at the time.
Yeah.
But and like up to this point, mind you, like she's looking at her son who's played Mario and Sonic, and that's literally as far as it goes.
RE6 was M for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, M for sure.
And so she sees me with friggin' Resident Evil. She doesn't know what that is, but
Yeah.
she sees guys with guns shooting like crazy distorted people or whatever, and she's like, "You're gonna scare yourself before sleep. Like how are you even gonna do this?" And plus, it's all violent. My mom, she's of the belief that like listening to loud rock music or playing a lot of games with shooting, it's gonna make you
That's
crazy.
just moms,
You're gonna
bro.
become
That's
a
just
terrorist.
moms.
I
Yeah,
guess
that's
that
just
is. But my case, how I got her, I was like, "But look, you're not shooting people. You're shooting monsters and zombies. Like that's not people anymore.
So
you're
you
doing."
got 'em.
I'm like,
Yeah,
"You're
you
doing
got
a
it.
good thing."
Yeah, you got the you'll work around.
And did she believe it 100%? Maybe not, but
Yeah.
it got her to decide, you know what,
Yeah.
fine, sure, I'll get it for you for, I forget if it was Christmas or my birthday, but got my copy. I don't remember how you got your copy.
My father just got it for me.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
tracks.
that's just my
That tracks.
I was up on the games. I wasn't up on the TV, but I was up on the games. As a kid, I got games off rip. Like we were poor, but like my dad made sure like I had every Xbox game, like the new shit. Like I got all the new stuff. That was, I don't know where we found the budget, but like this is like during like 2008 housing crisis, by the way.
Budget
Like,
cuts, son.
Yeah, but like me and my brother got like every new game, bro. Like we were cooking.
And where I was the Mario and Sonic kid, this kid grew up playing like Ghost Recon and Gears of War and crap. Like
Raw 2 was my
RE6 was genuinely my first like bona fide shooter. I think technically I had the briefest of stints.
Do you remember our first time playing BO1 together? I think he went a whole match without getting a kill.
I was terrible. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still not great at shooters.
He was coming off like the Wii. You know what I mean? Like
my last shooter experience, I think technically before RE6 was actually like I played like the first level of COD World at War on the Wii, bro.
That's crazy.
Like
that's crazy. See, that's like sinful.
But hey, every mainline Sonic game, literally like damn near to hit the Wii at all. Yeah. I played, I'd beaten it, and I would just go back and beat up the final bosses for fun because
I've never beat a Sonic game.
Man,
that's crazy. See how different our childhoods were. Like
that's actually nutty.
I grew up on like tactical shooters, and you like I grew up on like Rainbow Six, like Rainbow Six Vegas.
I grew up on Sonic and Smash Bros.
That's
dude.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Oh,
I was okay at Smash because of Boys and Girls Club.
Now that I think about it, like crazy fun fact I could have dropped actually going back, and I think it was probably gonna. Oh, it's digging. I was gonna say it's digging a bit into the next segment too.
Save it for next episode.
Okay, yeah. We'll come back to that. It's for later.
Okay.
But Smash. What?
You're Mount Rushmore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So my Mount Rushmore, as far as like actual like historical significance, right? I had to give it up to Bugs Bunny. We can't ignore Bugs Bunny.
He's peak, yeah.
Like he's right up there with Tom and Jerry.
Did you watch a lot of Looney Tunes?
Oh yeah, I watched Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry, dude. I like
Tom and Jerry on VCR, so I didn't have the.
I was watching them live.
Yeah, that's good.
I was watching all that. It was a good time.
I got you.
Let me see. So Bugs Bunny. I gotta give it up to Goku. I love Goku.
That's valid.
My guy.
No,
he put anime on the map. Like
I can't believe I don't have him on my. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, so Goku's got to go up there, of course.
Okay, Goku's peak. Yes.
Then we got SpongeBob.
Do you think Vegeta's a better character than Goku?
Yes.
But
objectively
Goku's
speaking.
more iconic, so.
Yeah, like, and this is one I know I just heated up a lot of Dragon Ball fans because I know a lot of Dragon Ball fans, and I start this argument willingly. I don't care. Argue with your mama. Vegeta's a better character, a better father, a better man. Actually,
I think he is. I can't.
Literally in everything, I'll say. Like morals, Goku had better, but look at Vegeta now, bro. That's a family man right there.
Valid. No, that's valid. I like that too.
Like, that's my guy. That's my guy. I'm rage baiting, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
All right, go ahead. All right, I'm gonna let you go. Your last two.
Yeah. So then the next one's SpongeBob because he's the modern cartoon icon.
I grew up in an anti-SpongeBob household. I couldn't watch it.
Wait, anti-SpongeBob?
Yeah, my mom said it would make me stupid. Which we see what happened to you. So she was probably right. Yeah.
But yeah, I
don't get the references though.
You don't,
like,
dude.
I know
it's crazy.
But like,
it's crazy because our high school was swimming with SpongeBob references. I literally. So he was on the football team. I was on the drum line.
Yeah.
The entire drum line, a bunch of like SpongeBob spewing just fiends.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking, you walk into a room and you're just gonna hear, "Is mayonnaise an instrument?" Let me see. You're gonna hear.
That's Connor mostly. I
was gonna say Connor. Oh,
shout out Connor, by the way. He has a YouTube channel. Check him out.
Yep.
I'll put the link.
P Jiggles, great guy out there. Cool, he had a perfect Patrick voice, and he would do it, and it got everybody. Man, it was great. It was a great time.
Yeah.
We love you. I love you. That's another reference.
I don't get that.
See, he doesn't know. He doesn't know about that. He doesn't know about chocolate. He doesn't know. He don't know.
All right.
He does not know. Oh man.
What do you know about Jane and the Dragon?
What?
Yes. Ball knowers. Bag me up.
Okay, bro.
Yeah, anyway, go ahead.
Whatever.
Click. All right, who's your last?
What is that?
You got SpongeBob. All right.
Nah, what you know about American Jack and Jake Long? What you know about him?
You started saying words, bro. What are you talking about?
My God, bro. Oh, uncultured.
Jacob Tutu?
What?
Ball knowers. Real brokies know.
Real struggle children.
If you grew up in poverty, you know exactly who Jacob Tutu is. You know exactly who that is.
So, did he wear a tutu? Like,
no,
where did he get the tutu part from?
Don't worry about that. He said things twice. He was a stutterer.
So like somebody just decided to make a whole character just to slander people with speech impediments.
So it's fine.
I see.
Yeah, who's your fourth?
Right. And then for the fourth, because I was gonna name. Look, Peter Griffin. All right, because
I have never seen a full episode of Peter.
Jesus,
I'm not joking. I'm not
guy
joking.
Kills me.
I don't
man.
think I'm missing anything.
Early Family Guy, you're absolutely missing a whole lot.
Okay.
I feel like
So it's like they like had
They fell
something
off.
and then they fell off.
They fell off.
Damn, that's crazy.
because like I feel like not only was it a great show, but I feel like Family Guy is the quintessential show that as a kid you're not supposed to watch, but you're gonna watch.
That's real. That's
like,
real.
That show taught me a lot of things before
You're
I was
sneaking
supposed
episodes
to know.
in. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. It was a great time. My mom
I see.
did not want me watching Family
Yeah,
Guy, but
I
it
got
was
you.
so funny.
Yeah.
It was so funny, even though I didn't get any of the references, but like a lot of the jokes still hit.
Yeah. Impromptu question:
Yeah.
What show has gone the longest without falling off? That's I know that's a crazy ask. I know that's a crazy ask. What's still hitting? What's still hitting?
What's even still good these days?
That's got. I think.
So
Okay.
it's not long in terms of created content, but it's long in terms of actual like real world time span. You know, like there's just a big gaps between seasons.
That sucks, bro. Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna let you go.
JJK. Let me see. There's got to be more. Hold on, give me a second.
ALT took forever.
Oh, ALT. Hold on. Your ALT didn't fall off at any point in time, and we all know this. Anyone who's viewed ALT knows this. I will have him view ALT. It's not a matter of choice. Don't worry. I got it covered.
I have not gotten spoiled. It's crazy, by the way.
I don't know how, but yeah,
Breaking Bad, though.
Yeah,
and Better Call Saul.
I have not seen Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul. I know I'm exposing myself.
Shame this man. Shame me though. I haven't watched a lot of stuff.
We're both. It's honestly, we should do like a full segment or episode one day for just like being shamed, like just
like it's bad. It's bad.
I don't know. Maybe it's like maybe a stream or something.
Well, I have like a job and stuff, so.
See, I have a job now, but I didn't always have a job. There was chances for me to watch this. I'm not gonna pretend.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna pretend I was
a grinder.
I wasn't always a productive member of society.
Yeah. No, I went from like I did like the AP stuff in high school, and then I went to college, and I was like full ride college student, and then I got the engineering
I did those things,
job,
but
it's a lot.
I just cared a lot less.
I
didn't commit as much of my time to it.
I think now I have more time because I'm just doing the 9 to 5 thing.
Yeah.
But even then, it's not really a 9 to 5 thing. It's my schedule's a mess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm locking. I got stuff to watch. I'll watch it. I promise. Don't click me in the comments. All 3 of you. Anyway.
If you're gonna cook somebody, please cook him instead of me.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah. Where was I? What was I talking about, man?
Unless you're.
I think I had something on the tangent, but I forgot it, so we're gonna keep rolling.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's my like historical significance of Mount Rushmore. For
my
personal
you got
one,
your last, yeah.
For my personal one, yeah, we're going with Miles Morales yet again. I mean, come on, that's my guy.
He's
like,
my goat.
You gotta understand. Goat. Literally, like I saw that movie in 2018. I was 17.
He's my goat.
Old.
Yeah, he's my goat.
You don't understand what it meant to me that I be like Miles.
We watched that together, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah, bro. I walked into that theater with no expectations.
I walked into that theater thinking, "Oh, this will be a fun little."
I thought it was gonna be like a short film,
like
a
wanting to be Miles
Morales.
I've wanted to. We've all wanted to be some fictional character. I've never wanted to be anyone more in my entire life than Miles Morales.
I had never heard of that character until now.
I'd heard of him
and I wasn't into the comics.
See, I'd heard of him, but like nothing crazy, and that's another reason why I give it to Miles Morales. Yeah. I actually specified.
I heard his comics counterpart was not as good as his actual.
Like specifically, Spider-Verse Miles is the one who goes on my Rushmore. Any other version of Miles, I ain't gonna lie, fuck.
2018 is better than Across the Spider-Verse though. That's not a hot take. Maybe
I might give it an edge, but me personally, because it's not a hot take.
Yeah.
But me personally, I kind of disagree. I just think that, this Spider-Verse.
I give Spider-Verse a 10, bro. This is the best movie of all time.
Or I think that the second Spider-Verse movie,
yeah.
I don't even blame. I don't think it's the fault of the movie. I think it just has the same difficulties that a lot of sequels inherently have, but a lot of sequels just actually fail to follow up the first one. But it's the simple fact that it's a middle movie. It can't close out the whole thing, but at the same time, it can't be its own. Like you can't consider it alone because it's a direct sequel.
One felt like a succinct story. If it ended there, I wouldn't be mad. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, and that makes sense. But it's like. A sequel literally can't be a succinct story, especially not when a third one is in fact coming after. So it's like to me, if you do just take, you can't technically take 2 in isolation, but I do feel like if you just look at it just on the qualities of a movie, I believe it absolutely stands up with the first Spider-Verse movie. It's just like it can't end the story.
Yeah,
and it also has to like it's following
the
after
ending
the
of 2
beginning.
is so peak, bro.
The ending of 2
the
was
Miles meeting the other
amazing,
Miles, bro,
man.
that was so clean. Anyway, yeah. Okay.
Amazing stuff.
Okay, what's your next?
Yeah. So there's him obviously, and I forgot about Iroh because I had to put Avatar Aang himself on the list.
I think Iroh is okay. Now I'm gonna let you.
Yeah. I mean, it's just that simple. Aang was at least half of my childhood, dude.
Yeah.
Like from I don't know how long Avatar was even airing, but I watched it from beginning to end. I saw every episode. Like I watched that until I'd seen all of it, and that moved me, man.
Yeah.
Like
that shit means so to me.
Literally, like by the time of
Yeah.
5th grade, I don't think I'd seen anything that had more significance to me than the final episode of Avatar, man. Hearing that music start playing while Aang like washed over everything that Ozai had burned down, and like when in the aftermath, him and Katara kiss again, like everything just it was all there, man. It was all
I'm
peak.
not gonna lie.
I'm gonna rewatch Avatar again.
Yeah, I watched it for the first time last year, and season 1 was a little cartoony for me. After season 1, it picks up, bro. Like,
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because
season 2 and
literally
3
at
just-
first I didn't
yeah.
think Avatar was gonna be peak. I'm watching the first season. I'm like, this is cool. This is fun. I love these ideas. Once they get to like they're moving between the water tribe and sort of the Earth Kingdom and stuff like that, I'm like, oh, this is getting good.
Are there any arcs you didn't like in that in the series?
So I gotta give it a full rewatch again. But just thinking back, no.
I had trouble enjoying the Ba Sing Se Shadow Organization thing.
That was one of my favorite parts.
I understand. I think
Then
it
again,
was
most of it was my favorite part.
cool idea. Felt a little weak, just because of how the pacing was in that arc.
Mhm.
The forehead man arc.
Sparky Boom, man.
Yeah.
You ain't rock with that.
It was cool. It was cool. Not the strongest. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh yeah, he wasn't meant to be like a huge
yeah,
deal. It was just
yeah.
this is a crazy thing that happened, you know.
I get why like they did that whole like it kind of he was like the catalyst for Zuko.
For
coming
Zuko
around,
kind of coming
you know
back
what I mean?
around.
So yeah, I liked it, but for the most part, show's amazing. I'm not gonna ever shit on Avatar. That was just a banger. Like as a grown man watching that shit, like
And that's why I gotta rewatch
we
it.
don't
because
get good cartoons.
we
like
don't
that
get
anymore.
no one's getting stuff like that anymore, man.
Like kids are generally getting like BS nowadays.
they're
Like,
getting
what are we
slopped. Not
Paw
even just
Patrol?
by comparison, but like some of it,
Yeah.
some of it's just plain.
Paw Patrol got a
butt.
movie.
Like some of it is good. Like
Paw Patrol got a movie.
Gumball was like pretty good. Paw Patrol got a movie.
Paw Patrol got a movie. What are we doing?
That is kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not a Paw Patrol.
Mind
hater,
you,
but, like,
The Last Airbender just got a movie.
Yeah.
Just got their movie, and it's
Did it
been
drop?
decades. Yeah. Oh yeah. Wait, I don't know if it dropped.
No, not
dropped.
officially. You're a pirate.
He ain't wrong.
I haven't seen it
I'm
yet.
sorry.
Yeah.
But look, with a lot of movies, they're
He
like
pirated it in GTA.
I did not wait. Not in GTA.
In GTA.
What are you talking about?
In GTA.
Wait, what?
In GTA.
What do you mean?
In case any official people are watching. In GTA.
Yeah.
It's a mod.
Yeah.
It's a mod pack.
Yeah.
Okay, bro.
Delete that footage.
Who's your third?
Moral of the story. Yeah. My third character, man. Spectacular Spider-Man's version of Peter Parker.
You're cooking. No,
Other half of my childhood right there with Avatar Aang.
No, you're cooking. I just rewatched that recently as well.
Another one I'm
I
gonna
watched that
rewatch.
again in 2023. Banger.
Love
Like
that show,
watchable
man.
to this day. Some of the most complex Spider-Man storylines. Some of the best animation. I mean, it was just
Exactly. Like it was.
the
It
best
wasn't
Venom
even.
arc. The best Venom arc.
Oh, absolutely.
Of
Absolutely.
any
That was an
Spider-Man
amazing
project.
Venom
The
arc.
best Venom arc.
Mhm.
Anyway, yeah, go ahead.
What was I gonna say? And the crazy part is like the animation. It wasn't like the most high def crazy stuff of now, but it was just so well done and well used. You know.
Yeah.
Action scenes were good. And Peter was obviously great. Some of the best like Spider-Man clipping, like the classical kind of clipping.
Yes,
I like
yes,
Tom
yes.
Holland's kind of awkward,
you're
nerdy
right.
banter. And then like we all love when Spider-Man just kind of like I feel like Tobey was kind of more like the I don't know, kind of the everyman Spider-Man, but then he'd like get aggressive, and that was pretty fun to see.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like Josh Keaton's Spider-Man was just
Man,
like the perfect
just so
balance of
good,
like he
Bro.
had the wit, man.
Bro, they need to somehow get a revitalization. If we can get Daredevil born again,
I don't
we
see
can
why
get
we shouldn't get Spectacular
Spider-Man
again.
Spectacular
Swings again, or
Yes.
Spectacular Spider-Man re-swing.
Brand new day. No, I'm kidding.
Brand new day.
Okay. No,
Featuring Daredevil
yeah.
versus
Yeah.
the Hulk.
We need that, like Disney, please. Like I actually.
And my life is yours.
Yeah.
And my life is yours.
Anyway, Disney can do anything. They have infinite money.
Actually, it's funny you say that because I wanted to put. Well, no, I was thinking of putting Mickey Mouse on my like historical significance Mount Rushmore, but I'm sorry. I can't go back. He
was like the first animated character or whatever, but like nah, bro. Was he?
I don't remember. I think so.
Say it was a mouse on a boat or whatever.
It was like like Steamboat Willie. He was like he was like not technically the first animated, but like he kind of moved animation into like it's kind of like age of actually being feasible. If that makes sense.
I miss Disney's 2D animation phase.
Don't we all?
Anyway, yeah, go ahead.
Man, we need more movies.
I'm gonna start crying if I talk about this.
But yeah, ignore the fact that 2 of my 4 Mount Rushmore characters are literally Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Shut up. He's great. Last one, I was hard pressed to find somebody. I'm gonna do a quick little like just round through of my runners up, honorable mentions here. Yeah. So one was gonna be Rick from Rick and Morty because I was kind of thinking along the same lines as Peter, like adult animation.
Yeah, the first few seasons of Rick and Morty are just
pretty great.
Actually perfect.
And then kind of along the same lines as like throwing Goku on the kind of like his significant side. I also was thinking about like animated Superman. He's pretty great, but nah, I'm sorry, Goku's got kind of way more weight on the animated front. Superman's
Batman from the animated series.
Animated Batman, that's a good one. But I wanted to throw kind of as opposed to Goku like a new gen, more recent anime protagonist up. And that got difficult, and I'm going to break down why. So, some of my favorite protagonists in recent memory are Shinra from Fire Force, Yuji from JJK, of course. I'm a huge JJK guy. And I'm gonna get into some stuff here. All right. My Hero Academia. I have a love-hate relationship with it. To a lot of you out there who just, who like the anime wrapped up a little bit ago. I'm glad you were able to enjoy that. I cannot. I will not. I have a cousin who he and I were diehard My Hero fans, and he wants me to watch the last seasons of it. I watched the previous season up until.
It's over?
Yeah. My Hero's anime actually recently like wrapped.
Okay.
For
the better or for the worse?
I'm saying for the worst, man. Okay. It is what it is. Like, I watched up to. Basically, like, I haven't watched the actual final season. I watched the pre-final season that I thought was going to be the final season at the time. And I'll give it, the anime made that a whole lot more enjoyable than reading the manga because I loved My Hero so much that it actually got me to read a manga. That was the first manga I properly read. I read it till the end, and let me see. I started reading at the Class 1A versus Class 1B training exercise arc when Deku gets the second quirk. And I read it from there to the end. And from everything past the first war with Shigaraki, I kid you not. Like, I'm not exaggerating. This is exactly what happened. Every single chapter I read made me angrier than the last. I did not have a good time. Yeah, I don't know, man. It wasn't the series I fell in love with, man. It just, there's so many gripes I have. That could be, screw a segment. That could be a whole, I could start a separate podcast just complaining about where My Hero went. And like I said, love-hate relationship. It's not like I just think My Hero is absolute garbage. It was for a time my literal favorite piece of fiction, actually, because it combined my two favorite things, anime and superheroes. But yeah, no, past a certain point, I just couldn't. And actually,
there will be a future episode where I watch My Hero, and I'm gonna have a reaction to it, and we're gonna go over it together.
Yeah, and you're gonna watch me like genuinely like containing vitriol in the corner while he does past a certain point.
Yeah, I'm gonna glaze it just on purpose.
But up to that point though, like I'll be sitting there like smiling with him, like smiling the smile of someone who knows it's gonna end.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Did you know?
Doesn't know. Literally, like he's gonna watch one of the most peak moments of the series, and he's gonna be like, "Holy shit, this is dope!" Like, damn. And I'm just gonna be sitting over here like, does he know?
No, I got you.
But yeah, maybe someday I'll watch the last episodes purely for the sake of like seeing how well it's animated. And like I said, I believe it's gonna make me feel better than the manga. Am I still not gonna hate it? I doubt that. But yeah, actually, random tangent, not so random. You've probably heard me mention writing stuff up till now. One of my big writing projects actually came out of this love-hatred for My Hero. I forget when exactly it started, but basically it was somewhere around the time that I was very angry with My Hero, and around the time I decided to read My Hero Vigilantes.
I do it myself.
My Hero Vigilantes made me so very happy as opposed to My Hero Mainline. I actually decided that I would try and write my own little spin-off to My Hero. It's funny, I've always done this kind of thing, which I probably should have realized meant that I wanted to write, but I always would like write up a character of my own and try to drop him into a show I was enjoying. And with My Hero, frankly, as like even in like season 2, but especially as the show went on more and more, I tried to do this, and had like an idea for a character, and I was like, where the heck am I gonna put them? Like all this important stuff is all focused right here. Like I don't want them to be part of that because like in my head when I'm making these characters, I don't want to alter the mainline story. So usually my character is kind of like some little side thing. I'm like I can't do that while still having it feel even remotely important at all. Oh, sorry, got something in my mouth. I think I ate something earlier. It's like still in my teeth. Sorry.
Hey, what?
But yeah, I couldn't figure out how to, make a story form separate from the main stuff going on while having it still feel like it has any significance at all with how massive in scale the main story gets. So, my idea was basically, do I want to give that away?
Not yet, no.
Because I'm I'm actually, so sooner or later, I'm gonna actually start posting this stuff.
Yeah, wait till he drops it.
Yeah, and I'm also gonna it's in some very early stages right now. I'm writing stuff, but I'll let you know like where you can find it and all that if you're interested. It would mean the world to me. Yeah, that's gonna be my little passion project that I put out there, among many other things. But that's one that I've got in the works already. But it made me want to write my own little spin-off, and I'm like, as complicated as things have gotten between me and My Hero Academia, it would actually genuinely still mean the world to me if someday it actually got picked up and like it was its own spin-off that got animated, or even just a manga. I don't care, man, but it would mean a lot to me.
So you could just struck. You're gonna get a cease and desist letter.
Yeah, that's a possibility. I honestly, I wouldn't like. So I think a cease and desist generally would be not cool.
Yeah.
Considering the things I've gone on record saying, I couldn't even blame them. I couldn't blame them. Yeah. I probably walked into that one. But, yeah. Back to the tangent this kind of spun from, my Mount Rushmore of animated characters. For my personal ones, I wanted to give the last one to a new gen protagonist. Yuji, I think a lot of people around JJK, they hate on literally every character that breathes.
That's real.
I don't know what's up with him. Yuji's a great protagonist, but I did feel like, I don't know, like he didn't quite, I love him. And I think he's I wanted to capture someone who's an example of the shifting tide in new gen protagonists. And Yuji is actually all of those things. But I looked at Deku and I thought that he was actually all of those things when he first came out. And to me, kind of like to accomplish that, because Goku was the mold for so long, I felt like you had to kind of depart from Goku in some big ways to do that. And Deku did that for me because he felt way closer to me than he did Goku. He was a nerdy, this is going to sound like a little bit of glazing, but, kind of above average intelligence kid who, he wasn't the bravest guy. He wasn't going to go beat up the biggest, toughest guy because it was what he, thought was cool, but he was just trying to do what was right, make something great out of himself. He had a dream, and he was going to go about it. And to me, that was a huge departure. And, 6 seasons later, he is my least favorite protagonist probably ever. It's not even
crazy.
It's not even entirely his fault. Huh?
He unarked.
Yeah.
That's rough.
It's not even entirely his fault. It's not like he just became this abhorrent piece of garbage, but it genuinely feels like like I said, the cease and desist is literally writing itself because of me right here. But it genuinely feels like My Hero Academia's author got tired of his own protagonist and wanted to be writing a story about other characters. That's how it feels to me.
Yeah.
It felt like he was so, he just didn't want this guy to be the guy he was. He just wanted him to just be the one who makes the main character things happen.
Mm-hmm.
He became the main character machine.
I see.
And so that's what got me towards, like I said, Shinra, Yuji, and now a little bit after, JJK came out, you got, Denji and whatnot. I honestly, my heart was kind of sitting with Yuji for a while because he is a lot of these great things as well. But I don't know. This is gonna come all the way out of left. But I actually wound up giving it to Huey Freeman from Boondocks, and
I mean that's valid. But whoa.
I was gonna say it's just literally I don't even remember how I was thinking this, but I think that was it because I was looking at do I go the anime angle or the adult animation?
Yeah.
And Boondocks kind of fell in this sort of weird happy medium.
As of recording, it is Juneteenth.
It is
today.
Juneteenth. Yep.
So, valid take.
And also, Huey Freeman, Yeah. I felt like so like
Self-explanatory, by the way.
part of the reason why like a lot of the characters on my Mount Rushmore got it is if you notice they're not just great, entertaining to watch characters, but like Miles Morales, Josh Keaton's Peter Parker, Avatar Aang, they're all some profound dudes. Like these
two
dudes,
Spider-Mans on there, by the way. Still
I
peak, though.
regret nothing.
He has a shirt on right now, so yeah. Anyway,
Which is kind of funny because like between the two of us, he actually might be the more like Spider-Man
I am,
kind of fan.
I
Where
am.
on me, Flash actually.
yeah.
Before like the Spider-Verse stuff, the Flash
Yeah.
was like my favorite of all time.
Bro.
He still kind of is, but Spider-Man's just got better stuff out here, man. Let's be honest.
CW Flash seasons 1 through 3, bangers. I will accept no other.
I like.
input.
Were they perfect?
They're-
Maybe not.
They're close.
But if you say they're bad, you're gonna have to fight me. That's just
I'm
how
not
it
gonna
is.
lie, bro.
I didn't
that
make
was
the rule.
That was some of the best TV, bro. Growing up, man, like I was every Tuesday, 7 p.m. I was at
there.
the-
I was
at
locked
the
in,
couch,
bro. I
waiting.
was genuinely heated if something was going to slow me down.
Yes.
Like me and my mom both were like running back and forth between the kitchen.
Bro.
Like we gotta be in
The
seats
Zoom
at
arc
7.
had me actually shook.
Bro, I was genuinely
Yes.
intimidated when bro was on screen. I
Yes.
didn't know if I was safe.
I got caught with the twist. I didn't know about Eobard before, like, you know what I'm saying?
This
Like
guy
I
didn't
actually
know.
got caught with the twist, bro. He got up out the chair. I said, "Oh shit!"
He can walk.
But anyway,
Man,
yeah.
I was like getting a little bit in touch with the comics before watching that, but like CW Flash made me like I
Yeah.
need to know more
Yeah.
because every time something happened, I was like, nah, I gotta go learn this dude's lore, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I gotta
That's real,
figure
that's
out
real.
what's he gonna be in the
Yeah,
show
yeah.
and how's that
Yeah.
gonna go. And
Avatar getting shot was crazy. But anyway.
oh yeah, that's unacceptable.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Single man, honestly, we're gonna come back to this, but
Yeah,
hot take.
there's so many things we gotta come back to.
Hot
This is
take,
episode
Avatar.
one,
He
episode
shouldn't
one.
have even been a variant of Barry, but we're gonna come back to that.
That's okay. I don't
maybe
hate
it's
that.
not even a hot take.
No, I don't hate that. I don't hate that take.
But back to the focus on the Flash though. Like when Zoom first came around, probably a lot of people thought this. I thought Zoom was gonna be the Black Flash, like looking at like his voice, his claws, his face. I thought all that was like actually part of
He
him.
ended up becoming that.
Yeah, he did
but-
become it.
yeah.
So I kind of called it.
Yeah.
But like I like it's not even that I was disappointed that he wasn't the Black Flash. Not even a little bit. I think that actually says a lot to how menacing he could be.
Yeah.
That I looked at this dude and I said, that is the spirit of death.
Yeah, no, that was yeah.
And then he did become the spirit
yeah,
of death.
Yeah, he was man. That's such a good show.
Yep.
Anyway,
Where were we?
we gotta skip a couple segments because we got 20 minutes left.
My bad, y'all.
No, it's all good. We're gonna go to segment 7 for our last 20 minutes. Trash or treasure? Is it overrated or underrated? The title in question is Baldur's Gate 3.
And let me say, like in preparation for this podcast, he's told me that he was gonna make me mad, and I think he's about to do it right
I'm
now.
gonna
I think
raise it.
he's about to
Okay,
betray
go-
me,
go.
bro.
What's your take? What's your take?
All right, so I think Baldur's Gate is appropriately rated as being an amazing game. Now,
Okay.
I think it's underrated in some circles because literally this is our lore
So you're
for
picking
discovering.
underrated. For the record, you're picking underrated. You got one of two.
Appropriately rated.
No, you can't say that.
No.
It's
Oh,
overrated,
not
underrated.
even one of the two?
Yeah.
All right, then I'll give underrated. Fine.
Okay.
Now here's the context because
Okay.
this is our lore with finding
Okay.
Baldur's Gate, right? So, literally, I'll be honest, hadn't heard of Baldur's Gate until they won the Game Awards that year. And
2023, I think.
Yeah, I forget what it was up against. Was it up against Spider-Man, God of War? I don't know.
It
what it was up-
upset one of those games.
Yeah, it upset
I think it
somebody.
was Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2.
Mm.
I think it beat that game. I could be
Yeah.
wrong.
And I was personally mad about it. In hindsight, I'll give it to it. But at the time, literally all that we'd heard about Baldur's Gate was everybody being like, "You can have sex with the bear. You can have sex with this. You can have sex with the orc. You can have sex with that."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "So, you mean to tell me
Yeah.
it's just a fantasy sex sim?"
Yeah.
Like-
it had Skyrim level Gunnar mods. too.
Like I
It
thought
was bad.
Baldur's Gate fans were genuinely the lamest flock of people.
Yeah.
And then
It was turn-based.
yeah, and I'm
Which
not a
was-
big turn-based
Yeah.
guy.
At the time, it was crazy.
But since then, a friend actually kind of put me onto D&D. Still working on getting into that. I actually think it's awesome now.
that's right.
And in part of that, he told me about like Baldur's Gate actually, and then we wound up trying Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate is one of my favorite games. Period.
Yeah.
I'm still I'm replaying it to this day.
Yeah.
I'm not
we have
trying
yet to beat it, by the way.
Yeah, we have yet to beat it, and it's
Yeah.
entirely his fault. Like I said, deadbeat gamer here.
I'm gonna come back to that. Yes, you're right.
We are literally in Baldur's Gate. We've made it there.
Act 3.
Because for those who aren't familiar, you don't start in Baldur's
Yeah.
Gate.
We're like level 11. Right
Yep,
now.
we're level 11.
We're pushing end game.
Yep. But I blame him. He's slowing us down because he can't commit.
I am slowing.
And he keeps playing
I
Tarkov.
am on top,
Uh.
bro. I need to escape. Anyway, go ahead.
Gotta escape from Tarkov to Baldur's Gate.
I do it.
But anyway, yeah, that's where we're at. And I've been trying. Well, I've been actually doing pretty dang good actually to avoid spoiling myself on any Baldur's Gate stuff. Yeah. So like,
it's crazy how different playthroughs can play out too.
Exactly.
It's fire. Yeah.
And like, I've got like a playthrough or two by myself. I've got a playthrough or two with my cousin. One with like him and his girlfriend. One with him and another friend of ours. One with you and him.
I think me and you are the farthest in this story.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Between me and you, that's the farthest playthrough I've got. But yeah, and it's funny because basically each playthrough I kind of like, I do a different character, but I also set my mind like, okay, I want to push this story angle that I couldn't before. So between
coding that game must have been a nightmare, by the way.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, between the one I mentioned, me, my cousin, and his girlfriend. So she picked a druid, and if you know anything about Baldur's Gate, there's a druid camp early on.
That turned into something. That turned into a.
We are very bad men. Because I couldn't tell you how many times I've played through Baldur's Gate, and they've all ended the exact same way in a ginormous bloodbath in this druid camp for no reason at all.
Bro.
You know, like at first I thought I could blame him, and then I recreated the same mistake like 5 more times. And then I just realized, no, I'm just fundamentally wrong.
But I don't go for whole shit. All right, let's keep it a beat. All right, hold on. All right. You're not gonna hold me on the game I bought. All right.
Bro didn't pay $60.
I'm not going out like that, bro. You're not gonna talk to me crazy. You're not gonna talk shit about my race. You're not gonna call me weak. I will slime you where you stand. You understand me?
And now you see why I blamed him for so long, because literally our playthrough is the funniest thing ever, right? So we are a barbarian and a sorcerer. So you think he's the voice of reason and I'm the meathead who's always picking fights. No. My character's a gentle giant. I swear, I have no charisma, but I try to talk my way out of every conflict. I say, there's no need for violence. I have no interest in hurting you. Just
I cast fireball. Green fuck nigga. Boo!
He hears the slightest of tone in someone's voice. It don't even got to be directed at him. And he's ready to actually light the entire area on fire.
I don't give a fuck.
He will genuinely call
I have
lightning
a chain
upon
lightning
someone,
spell. It will clear a room, I promise.
And so most of our interactions end in violence one way or another.
Yeah. I mean, I'm the most high-headed wizard. I can't lie. It's bad.
I'm like, we should. And the funniest thing is, it's even reflected in our builds too, because my barbarian is actually a Githyanki, and he's not even that tall, so he's like this little skinny dude. Where his wizard is built like freaking LeBron James is a tiefling. Like
I still can't catch no hoes. It's crazy. I had to pay for it. I had to buy it. We got Carlac. Bro.
So for context, in our little route here, we're just gonna fully spoil our Baldur's Gate run. Our sincerest apologies. But like I said, my little Githyanki guy, I accidentally fell in love with Lizelle. We're married now. That happened.
Source of her bruises, by the way. That's what you call them. You probably know why.
Baldur's Gate is a crazy game.
Anyway.
But on the flip side, and mind you, this literally started not even we're level 4 and this is happening for me. And this was not my intention in the slightest. I had no romantic intentions going into that game. And meanwhile, he has been trying since he saw that happen to get a romance route started with Carlac.
Yes.
We are in Baldur's Gate, and he has not made any
She
progress.
friends on me crazy.
She did friends on him.
I did the little the little lovers thing with her where we go in Baldur's Gate, we walk up to that one little dude and he's like, come with your lover and we're gonna see if you guys really know everything about each other. I answered all of the questions right. I tried to slide and she hit me with the smoothest no. She moved the smoothest no. What are we speaking of? I know your favorite color. I know how you would wind down after a long day of kicking ass. And I can't crack? What are we talking about? She even mentioned.
He sounds like an incel right now. But I swear he's not. He's actually in a long, loving relationship right now. He's a great guy, actually. Literally, I will put it on my own life. Any woman is lucky to have him,
I can't,
he's
bro.
Carlac will not go.
Bro, I know your favorite color. Come on.
Meanwhile, me and Liza are literally just holding hands.
She had a whole conversation with the blacksmith dude talking about I'm gonna die anyway. I might as well start cracking around. I'm like, I'm right here. She like, you cool with that?
No, actually, genuinely, I watched this happen. She did say this, and then he comes and tries to slide, and she's like, she friend zones him again. This is multiple times now.
I'm a tiefling. We're the same race. I'm light skinned and I got a Bron build and I can cast Fireball. We fought together in countless battles. Let me put.
He be pulling his own weight. He be pulling his weight in them fights. He really do.
Can I get a hug at least?
Can I get a hug?
Where's my hug at?
He hasn't even been hugged.
Where's my hug at? I'm sorry. All right. Anyway.
And again, like, meanwhile, literally, like, one day we just go to camp and I'm suddenly getting a fade to black cutscene of my character in Lizo. I genuinely didn't know how this happened. Like, it's funny because, like,
Come on, bro.
like, because of my character being, you know, the gentle giant, and Lizel is literally a smoke demon at all times. So she was so aggravated with me at first. I don't know how it happened, but yeah, they're actually canonically raising a kid together now, so that's the thing. But yeah, you know, that was Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, Baldur's is fire.
My other ones, like I was saying, trying to accomplish things I couldn't in the story. One of these days,
yeah,
like, I'm gonna get through the Shadowheart because she's just a nut job. And in our run, the only run we've gotten to this point, but basically there was a point where something we did made Shadowheart decide she ain't even want to be part of the team anymore. She left. We've not seen her since. I don't think we're ever gonna see her again.
Yeah.
And I never understood Shadowheart, and so one of my playthroughs is fully devoted to doing that. And I think I hit level 5 in there recently. Made no progress, mind you. And then I'm playing with my cousin recently, and I forget what it was, but I think I decided to be a rogue this time. So she said something, and I'm like, nah, like I'm being a rogue. I don't gotta take this from you. So I get snippy. This is the first positive reaction I've seen from Shadowheart ever, and I'm
so
just
crazy.
scratching my
That's
head.
so
I'm like, there's no way. Like, genuinely, I forget what she said. I think she said something about, God, what was it, dude? It was something like, she said something about, like, taking something or, like, just popping up and doing something, and literally my character was like, no, like, you know you're not gonna do that. Like, it was just a stern, like, snappy no. And then she's talking, and now she's talking about, like, oh, she might pop by, like, my cot sometime at night, and I'm like, how did we get here?
Does he know?
I don't understand. No,
Yeah.
I don't. I don't know. I don't get it.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. In my solo run, I didn't beat the game in my solo run, by the way. I have a problem. But
what's up with you, bro?
I had Shadowheart in my squad, and my ending went different with her. And if you know, you know. All right, when you get to the night song, if she's in your group, if you know, you know. I'm not gonna spoil it, but yeah. Whenever you get past that point, and if it happens with you and your run, then I'll tell you what happened in mine. But I'm not gonna spoil it for you.
Yeah, because I gotta see that, man. That's
but if you had Shadowheart,
in our run together, I think she gave up on us. Was it before we got to? Oh yeah, because she wasn't in our party when we got to the night song, so we did that whole thing, and then we come out, and that was when she was like leaving us.
She was in the party the whole time with me, and we got to the night song, and things went interestingly. Anyway, so yeah, my take on Baldur's Gate is that it's overrated. I know it's great.
Why are you betraying me?
I know it's a good game, but I'm not gonna lie. The people that like Baldur's Gate are people that already like D&D. Keep it to me. All right. Now, with that being said,
except for me,
as a game, right? D&D's great. Baldur's Gate is a good game, but I think it's overrated because as a game, the combat mechanics can get a little bit over repetitive after a while. I can't lie, especially when you get to the higher levels, level 10, level 11. If you're a guy with hammer, you just hit people. If you're a guy with spell, you just use spell. You know what I'm saying? There aren't as many, like, remember in the Act 1? It's one of my critiques of the game.
Oh, yeah, we had to get creative before we were strong.
You had to get creative. On top of that, there was a lot more environmental interactivity. Unless I'm just missing it.
Oh, no, I think that environmental stuff is still there. We just haven't been needing it. Because I can literally, like, between the two of us, you can either de-atomize someone or I can hit them so hard they wish they were de-atomized.
Yeah, literally. I can cast Disintegrate. Like, you know what I mean? Why throw a boulder for 3 damage if I could just cast Disintegrate? And I think it's maybe because we're on normal difficulty. We're not playing on, like, the tactical
or whatever. True, actually.
That's probably true. But it does feel like every time we get into a fight, it's just I'm just spamming spells on people and getting AoE hits, and then you're just running around. Yeah. I give you haste, and then you just smack people. And so I can't like.
Which I will give props to the combat on being very satisfying on that front.
Yes,
like that is immensely satisfying.
It is.
Like there's not many better feelings in gaming than. Yeah. Like I've actually because I was farther in Baldur's Gate than the cousin I keep mentioning. He might show up on this one day. Who knows? But basically, I was leading him through our little campaign or whatever. And I had to make sure it lined up just right. And you have no idea how painstaking that effort was. But there is no better feeling than hitting level 5 while in the goblin camp in the first act.
Yeah, that's real.
And just like actually trouncing all the non-level 5 and up guardian or goblins. who were just like around that poor place. Literally, because we accidentally entered the place from the back. I don't know how. I've never found that entrance again. But we accidentally found ourselves in the boss room first. We got mollywopped.
We did, yes.
We found a way to win. Hit level 5, and we actually like imagine like you do a whole fortress raid. Yeah, we did that from the boss's room back. So we're post boss.
And they just got fried.
Violating everyone, man. Like we
up.
actually in one fight fought the entire collective of them that was outside, and like we were all good. Like we were just genuinely just putting BTA on everyone. Yeah, it was a great time, and so
But my other feedback on why Baldur's is overrated is that bosses either smoke you or go down laughably easy. That's an issue. I can't lie. Like I know you're talking like our most recent fight against the one magic dude. What's his name?
He Leroic, and he got slimed crazy.
Brother.
Literally,
he got knocked down and slimed out first turn. You know what I mean?
Like, this is our run where it was me, Barbarian, Lizelle on a fighter, him and Karlak. Yeah. Literally, we run up, Lizelle trips the guy, and me and her actually just hit him.
You just jumped him until he died.
We just hit him until he died, and like 2 turns later, if anything.
It's either that or you don't get a turn.
Yeah.
Early game, you don't get a turn sometimes.
Yep, or you just get boomed.
Like, you know what I mean? And the consumables you never use, which is that's the case for most RPG games, but it just feels like I haven't touched anything in my inventory because I don't need to because I'm strong enough. So it's like, you know, and even the things in my inventory do 7 damage. I throw a pot of poison on someone for 3 damage. And half the time they're immune. So it's like, you know, late game, it's just like everything's immune to everything. Every person you fight has like 7 different immunities when like bosses wise.
I mean, excuse me, I saw that with like some of the like elemental stuff, but they're mostly just immune to their own element.
Yeah.
I didn't see too much immunity going around.
I don't know. As a magic wielder.
Oh yeah, that's true. Sometimes my magic is violence. I'm just hitting really hard, you know what I mean? And there have been a lot of situations where either that happens or maybe he gets silenced, and you know what? Don't go wrong.
And that doesn't make the game bad. It makes you adapt to it, but I will say it's just like. It just feels like the combat is the weak point in that game, at least for me. It's cool, it's novel in the first couple of acts, but when you get to Act 3 and the fights get to be either trivial or they're just annoyingly long, there's 17 different enemies, and you have to like, you know, it's like, all right, whatever.
I can't deny that it definitely, like, it hasn't made us think the same way it did early on.
Yes, and then Act 3 itself is a screeching halt when it comes to pacing. See, Act 1, super linear, straightforward. There's only a couple places to go. You do them and then you move on. Act 2,
you definitely. Yeah, I was gonna say Act 2 actually really felt good. Like you get a lot of stuff heating up. Mystical side of things, yeah, it was pretty cool.
Which is cool. Act 3,
and then you kind of get
to Baldur's Gate.
Different diverging routes and whatnot.
Baldur's Gate, the NPCs are not as interesting. The storylines are not as interesting.
It's like you're kind of you are mostly just doing the main quest stuff, and it's like and then there's kind of like there is like
we're canonically dying and we're solving like a murder mystery. You know what I mean? Like Big Dog. I got a worm in my head.
And
Can we
like,
get to that part? Like,
and it's like the crazy part is that's technically part of the main quest, but it's like, why is this the thing we're doing instead of like
what I'm saying.
confronting what we've come here to confront after all this time?
We have so many leads. Like we just get through Ketheric Thorn.
Yep.
And we get the song and everything like that, and then it's just like you get to Baldur's Gate and it's like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? And then you get the like it's just the enemies. I mean the villains aren't as intriguing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I feel like Ketheric probably was actually the best of them.
Yeah.
At least so far, we haven't finished it, so we haven't seen all of those guys. But like Ketheric, I think they kind of like was the big one.
I think like we blew through Act 1 and 2 in like 2 weeks, and then it's like we get to Act 3 and it's been like a couple months and we haven't beat it.
It has
it's
been
like
quite
our
some
motivation
time.
to play has not been there because the story is not as intriguing. To be honest.
Yeah, I can't deny that. Like, I still absolutely do want to finish it. I still do like the story, but it's like
at this point,
it's definitely
fallacy. It's not because I really want to
on
and see what's happening next, bro.
Exactly. You know what I mean? It's like I've been fighting you across the continent now. Like you gotta die now.
Yes, exactly.
Where like in Acts 1 and 2, I just wanted to see everything there was to see.
Exactly.
And every time something happened, I was like, I need to know what happens next.
And in the first couple acts, there were so many more iconic moments. Like there was when we burst into the barn, and the goblin did, or like the guy that was strapped to the windmill, and we flung him. I flipped the lever the wrong way.
Oh my god! There's this village where this poor dwarf, a bunch of goblins, they tied him to a windmill. There's a brake lever and a brake release lever. He, like, instead of breaking the windmill to stop it, he hits the brake release lever, which flings this guy into the stratosphere. And I forget, we were actually, like, almost at the edge of the map, and we find this poor dude's corpse. Like, God.
It was bad. But the first act had so many moments like that were so cool. interesting.
A lot of
You know
iconic,
yes,
interesting stuff.
The fights were more interesting because they were harder because you weren't strong.
And I will say, like,
options.
I think like the fight arenas were also like kind of more interesting because like there was
Remember
like there would be like
that crypt at the beginning. You break you hit the little thing and it falls and it breaks the floor.
Exactly.
Where's that in Act 3?
There's
There's
like crypts or like crazy interactables.
I don't think we are.
Or like there's this one fight. Honestly, it's a highlight of the entire game to me. But like where you literally have to use that specific arena in order to weaken the boss to even deal damage. Yeah. And it's like he will fry you if you don't.
Talking about the elemental like dude that was in like the
Forge Guardian.
Yeah, bro. Oh my god, fun. He was so fun. We lost that fight actually.
We lost that the first couple of times. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. He scared me straight, bro. I was about ready to just pack it up and leave.
Yeah.
But where like late game is like the most environmental stuff you get is you're fighting over a giant freaking chasm. So expect to either push or be pushed. You know.
I also think that another critique I have for Baldur's Gate, which I think does contribute to it being overrated. Some of the classes that did suck. Paladins just aren't very good.
Paladins, I feel like
they serve as good tanks, but that's it.
I feel like there's gotta be like I don't know, maybe it's like if
like
you're already
barbarian.
Yeah, I'm not.
What's stopping you?
Yeah.
From just doing more damage and having more anyway.
It's like as a paladin, you're kind of just like
there's just the clerics aren't good.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Right, the clerics just aren't good.
Yeah, they kind of
they can heal.
They make good healers.
But like,
have we tried the other classes of clerics though? To be fair,
no, we haven't. But obviously,
because I feel like there might be some potential there. Now, paladins, on the other hand,
it just feels like they're weaker.
Like barbarians are just better tanks, just outright. They're more durable without armor, and they will hit way harder.
Yes.
Where paladins, it's like they're kind of this support tank, which I see the value of, but then it's like. I actually tried a paladin for the first time recently, and I accidentally broke my oath almost immediately. Yeah, and it's like that's unfortunate. So I'm like, it's kind of like both. I see it as a pro and a con. Like it's good for role playing, but at the same time, it's like not very flexible on that front.
Yeah, right.
But I'm not gonna lie. As far as tanking goes, I think they are pretty much just worse than barbarians. Yeah. And actually, as of recently, I found for some reason like the rogue class. No, like it's just good. Like a barbarian, they at least have to they've got rage to manage. A lot of the good classes or even classes in general, they've got resources to manage. Barbarians have rage. Spellcasters have their spell slots. Obviously, paladins have their oath charges.
Rogues just win.
Dude, rogues just get to do the stuff. Yeah. Like
that's crazy.
Like they're genuinely one of the best like DPS classes just in the game.
And there's maybe 3 fights that they have like sorcerers that can see you anyway, but like. You know what I mean?
And
power through those.
And that's the thing. That's actually the crazy part. So like that makes sense to think the rogue, the sneak attack. Yeah, past a certain point, I forget if it's a general rogue thing or if it's because the rogue I built was a swashbuckler, but you stop needing to sneak for that attack.
That's crazy.
As long as you don't have disadvantage, you can just do that.
That's actually crazy.
And like you're straight up like I'm knocking off a third of the health bar of like enemies my level in one.
Which I get that it doesn't need to be balanced because it's a PvE game, but it's just like what you know what I mean.
But it's like it is crazy how good the rogue is to be. Like I said, for no resources, this is something I can do every turn without fail if I want. As long as I'm not disadvantaged.
I'm burning a level 6 spell slot. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I got 2 of them.
Barbarian, I at least gotta like I do. As a barbarian, I believe rages come back after short rest.
Is
like
it monk trash?
Monk. I don't want to call it trash just because I want to like it so bad, but so far it does seem massively worse.
So it's like so
like monk is more like a CC kind of DPS. Yeah. Like they're doing a whole lot of like status controlling kind of stuff. Yeah. At least the one I went with the way of the open hand. And then the other one is kind of just a worse spellcaster. Which why are you doing that on a monk? Yeah. There's like a ninja class which is pretty cool. I haven't tried that one. But I'm not gonna lie, like rogue, it's just hard to argue with rogue, man. Like a swashbuckler, you literally just go in and you just hit people ungodly hard in 9 situations out of 10.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It just feels like once again the combat is just the weak point of that game, and not that it's bad combat per se, but with how good the rest of the game is, it's a glaring snooze fest. Like every time I get into a fight, I'm kind of rolling my eyes, waiting for the next turn, which is gonna come in 10 minutes. You know what I mean? Like I don't know,
because like it does. You also see more of like. Yeah. The later game, they kind of just have a bunch of like kind of stock enemies, honestly, that are just kind of bloating it up. Like there will be like
keep spawning.
Yeah, and it's like it makes sense that there's the boss and then they've got their goons, but it's like I don't know. I feel like early on there'd be a boss and like they'd actually have like a right hand who's like a distinguished entity of their own with their own moves and whatnot.
It feels like they don't really have unique mechanics.
Yeah, the only one that the bosses just bring a bunch of goons who are almost exactly the same, and there's a whole lot of them.
Have gimmicks, not really unique mechanics. Remember that one guy in like that one like demon that was like he had to stay down in that crypt forever or whatever. He kept turning invisible. It's like that was just annoying.
Which demon?
You know what I'm talking about? The one that like
the crazy crossbow?
Yeah, I remember I told him to kill him. Anyway, yeah, and our second
You're
break,
right.
I
He was
told
just
bro
cloaking a whole
to end
bunch.
it, and he did. But yeah, so it was
Yeah, you're right about
that
him.
fight was gimmicky.
Yeah.
The fight was gimmicky.
Where like again, what's that Act 2 or 3? I don't remember.
That was Act 2, I think. That was
Okay.
when we got into like the Underdark. I wasn't. It was
Yeah,
past
so-
Underdark. It was the curse lines or
Yeah,
whatever.
but exactly. I know what you
Yeah,
mean.
yeah,
It was another like kind of low underground area.
But it's like a lot of the bosses you would think they have like cool like how they interact with another NPC, or if they have like they're throwing dwarves at you or something like that.
Exactly.
Like,
Or maybe
like,
they just have
like,
like they could just be just a straight up really interesting.
That's
fighter.
what
Like,
I'm saying.
Say maybe they're set up like because I feel like. Well, I guess there's different classes, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like we get less of the kind of combatants that we got early game where it's
It
like,
is normal
oh,
dudes
I see
with
him
bow,
doing yeah, exactly.
or skeleton with bow, or normal dude with sword, or orc with sword. You know what I mean? It's
Where
like
early on, it really did feel like it mattered. Like, oh, the enemy team's got a barbarian. He's
Yes.
about to run up and
Yes.
like try to beat the crap
Yes.
out of us. Let's send our tank to deal with him, and we'll kind of strategize this fight. Where now,
yeah, we never did that. It's just like, oh, run and hit the guy because you have 7 attacks now, because you're
And it's
a
like
level
all his
11
goons are
barbarian.
literally just fodder, so you're better off just dealing with him to end the
Yes,
encounter.
yes.
And they might actually
And then
straight
the
up
fodder,
despawn
yeah,
after
exactly,
it
exactly,
goes
yeah,
down. So it's
yeah.
like, why not do that?
Exactly,
you know?
yeah. We go straight for the biggest dude. If you take care of him first, the rest of the fight's trivial.
Yep.
And it's probably because
And
we're
then
on
they'll
normal
do stuff
difficulty,
like-
but it's like
yeah.
even on normal difficulty, I feel like the game should
Yeah, I was
feel
gonna say normal difficulty shouldn't be
more
easy.
interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Like it should still be
Yeah.
able to provide you a
Yeah.
challenge.
It's not, I mean, I think me and you are both pretty good gamers, so it's like okay, we could probably beat like you beat Elden Ring, right? Like you know what I mean? Like we can beat games, but it's just that interest in which you
Yeah, it can be made more engaging through challenge.
exactly yes, and it doesn't
Understand.
necessarily have to be difficulty they're cranking, just creativity in the fights. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be harder. Make it more interesting.
Yeah.
You know, like the
And I
most
do hope
interesting
the
thing
higher
they've done is
difficulties-
spawning guys above you, and it just janks your camera. It's like okay, well, you know what I mean? It's like I don't know, bro. Act 3 does fall off crazy. I can't lie, and I haven't really
I'm kinda
wanted
hoping
to
that, like,
play the
once we
game.
kinda get through
since-
like, the
yeah.
errand parts of the quest. Once we're actually in, like, okay, you're engaging the final enemies. I'm hoping then it gets
Yeah,
really
yeah,
great.
yeah. But I think how
'Cause Kessler
Elden Ring
Falls-
handles bosses.
Man, they kind
what I'm
of
saying?
get better as you keep.
They
fighting.
just get more interesting. Not necessarily that they're harder because you get stronger, so they're not necessarily like taking more hits than like Margit did. But
Yeah.
like,
But it's like
just
by the time you're
interesting.
fighting, say Malekith,
Yes.
or Radagon,
It doesn't feel gimmicky.
Gideon. Exactly. It's not like okay, like we've done the song and dance. It's no, what's this guy got to show me?
Yeah, exactly.
And they have something to show you.
Exactly.
They
yes.
got something for
Yes.
you.
And I'm not gonna say Elden Ring's like the perfect game in the world either. It's a good game, but like
I love it. I
there's
think people are
flaws.
too hard on it. Granted, it's my first full through like Soulsborne.
I
game.
think I struggle to replay Elden Ring
Yeah, replaying it, I will say it is a bit more of a
because there's so much adventure involved. It's like, do I want
and
like
if
it's
you
really
kinda
novel
sort
the
of
first
discover stuff-
time.
Yeah, exactly.
Now I just gotta go do
And
this
then it's
cave
like
again.
you're kind of. I feel like I'm kind of so engaged with what I was doing the first time. Either that, or I'm
Yes.
like with trying to find
yes,
a new build. And
like
it's like,
learning yes.
okay, like where am I going? Like
yes,
what?
Yes,
like,
yes.
How do I put it? It's either that I kind of want to do
Yes.
what I could do before, and then I'm in the agony of realizing I don't have any of the resources I
Yes,
used
and
to.
the time sink to get a
Exactly.
fulfilling playthrough in
Exactly.
again
Or like
is a lot.
from being mid to late to
Right,
end game.
right,
It's
right.
like you're thinking, okay, if I want to do another build next time, I'll grab this, and
Yeah.
then you're in the early game and you realize I'm not getting that for another 20 levels.
Yes.
So
yes.
my build's just gonna stink. Until
Exactly,
then.
exactly. Which is like probably just because I have Zoomer brain, but like it is one of those games where it's like I dread
Yeah,
having
when
to
it's not a new thing to explore, it doesn't hit the same.
yeah.
Meanwhile, like I do feel like by comparison, like Lies of P, right? You replay through that one.
Mm.
Funny enough, I don't know. This might be a stupid take, but with that game being like kind of the linear, typical
I like
Soulsborne
linear
style,
games, bro.
Yeah, I'm like it's actually very replayable.
Yes.
somehow. Yeah, it
Because
really
you're
is.
not sitting like you don't have the like
Lies of P is a
the
blast. by
plethora
the way.
of like things that you really have to do to level up
Yeah.
to be able to handle some of these bosses
Mhm.
effectively. And obviously you don't have to, but like as a normal guy, like
Yeah.
I'm not the best player in the world, right? Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to be higher level, which means I'm either gonna farm the bird, you know what I'm saying, or I gotta go do side content. And it's like, bro, I don't have a spare 40 hours to do all the dungeons. You know what I mean? I don't know, bro.
No,
It
you're
really
actually right
does.
on
It's
that
a daunting task
Yeah,
to
it's
replay.
like because
You
it's
know what I
like
mean? In a
I have
fulfilling
the
way.
take. Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. I have the take that like on the first run through, I think
Yeah.
the open world is actually like that's something Soulsborne games should do a lot from now on because
Yes.
I feel like first of all it's just cool for your world to have this crazy kind of lore. Now, like I said, I think Lies of P like I'm not gonna lie, I pretty much look at that as an honorary Souls game. It's so good, or honorary FromSoft game, but like it can be done. You know, you can build a good world, you can build a good story, you can do all of this stuff in a linear fashion. But I think the open world is great because it's like
it's just so good, bro.
With how Soulsborne games are supposed to make you feel like you're this lowly wretch who can't do anything. Yeah. It's something strong. Like it's a powerful element of that to be able to say, I straight up cannot beat this. I need to go acquire this in order to even have a chance.
They factored in environmental storytelling so well. In Elden Ring. That's what made it such a good game.
It's awesome.
I mean, it really set itself apart from the Souls games because of this. But that also makes it hard to replay. It's one of those games that I really, really loved the first time. I don't know if I could do another playthrough that was to the same depth as the first time.
I know I couldn't because I got deep into that game.
That's
the
what
first
I'm saying.
Time. I actually found I'd say I found the majority of things. I think,
and it's not novel the second time, so now it's just a chore. You know what I mean? And not in a bad way, right? But it's just like realistically, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say honestly, I think you know, in the FromSoft recipe, there's a place for both open world and linear games. I just think open world games are going to just give you that crazy first time experience, and they're going to have less replayability as opposed to the.
I'm really glad they didn't go the Ubisoft route and just start marking shit on your map, though. That made me happy.
Yeah, that was much better.
They let Elden Ring cook by just letting you explore. If you don't explore, that's on you.
Go around, man.
Yeah, I like that. You find so many secret things, so many cool little things, and there's
definitely something nice about just finding yourself in the wrong hood in Elden Ring, and you couldn't do that in the linear.
First trip to Caleb really taught me something.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And then I feel like that's such a special experience. Like the amount of times I wandered into Caelid, and then past the point, it became a little bit of a pride thing. I was like, no, I should be able to get in here and do something.
Yeah.
And then as I'm actually progressing through that, and I kind of get through the game and I get more lore, and I realize, oh, Caelid is a nightmare because two of the strongest people in the world fought there and basically just went friggin' nuclear.
Yeah.
And that's why it's such a mess nowadays. Where in a linear game, you could kind of deliver that sequence, but it's I feel like it wouldn't be quite so organic as you being able to stumble into this place when you shouldn't, so you're underleveled, so it's a nightmare, just enemies are brutal, and kind of going back and forth and knowing okay, this place is dangerous. Yeah. I go there scarcely.
Yes.
Where
and I played it without any YouTube guides. I was having a blast, bro.
See, I only looked for specific guys for things I was looking for, and then Melania, because one does not simply find Melania.
Yeah, true.
That's why he has not fought her to this day.
I haven't fought her yet because I haven't found her. Because I didn't watch any YouTube.
You ain't gonna find her.
I enjoy playing games my way, right? We're gonna talk about this in a different next episode, but bro, there's a way. Yeah,
myself, so.
I don't like metas. I don't like. I don't like adhering to the best way to play. I like playing games my way. If it makes it harder, so be it. Okay, you know what I'm saying? That. I'm enjoying the game, right? Yep. But anyway, we're at 2:10, so we're gonna have to call it soon.
Yeah, Elden Ring is a great game. Overhated.
Yeah. Baldur's Gate's overrated.
I will admit that Baldur's Gate has its flaws.
Yeah.
I actually want to get into D&D more. I think that's going to be a great time. Because, how do I put it?
He's gonna be a DM, so tap in with him if you want to play.
I'm trying to figure that skill out because at first I had a friend who was gonna DM for me, but he's super busy, so I'm fine, I'll do it myself. But yeah, because I'm gonna keep replaying through Baldur's Gate a bunch, but it's Baldur's Gate has this kind of central campaign that is set around where in actual D&D you make your own. I think that's pretty awesome.
I'm gonna make a campaign where Karlak likes me.
You gotta watch Obsession. You don't know how relevant this all is. It all connects, I swear to God. That's actually such a good note. All the Obsession viewers, you know exactly what I mean.
That is the stuff for today. Thank you for tapping in to the backlog. Yeah. Well, episode 1's finished, and we'll see you guys next time. Thank you.